Watch your language.
Yeah,
What did you say?
Water kind of popped up there a while ago.
Huh?
I guess no one heard me earlier.
Oh, I heard you. Why are you saying it was me, asshole?
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You fucking bitch. I was like, did I say something? I was like, I know you said something, but did I say something?
Got that dirty mouth.
Look at that, it's just freaking sweet.
It's okay, guys. We're bound for failure one of these days. Don't worry about it. We're those ones that if we get big, we gotta save all the money we get.
Yeah.
Not,
Just in case.
yeah, not spend too much of it because it's.
Pull up PewDiePie and switch.
We'll have to go to D-Live, man. We'll have to go to D-Live
There's
exclusively.
this guy called Ronan, and he does a bunch of tactical shit.
Yeah.
He's like a special forces dude, or used to be. He's pretty sweet.
Me and Austin played some EFT today.
Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. I'm not
That's
sure.
something I have.
Harry Potter, yeah, it's Harry Potter. So that ain't for me. I think
Me and,
it's for my mom. I think she got that from her. Just a grumpy cat.
me and Austin
Mine
went
either.
to,
This bitch gave me these, like, she's sitting there like, oh, here's your posters. Neither one of these are mine.
Me and Austin went to Interchange.
And you
Yeah.
dropped the M-word.
We decided to do it. Went in, dude. There was 3 fully kitted guys out. We wrecked.
What are you doing? I'm terrified of what's gonna happen here.
Down for the kill.
Nothing, I was just blowing it.
I think I'm blowing vape, didn't it?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
That's the first thing that went in my head.
No, I just get it real big and then I put my hand in it because it's just fucking huge. Yeah.
What? Are you high?
I get really bored at work.
Alright.
This is what I do.
If you notice, we got the queen above us now. Not the princess, but the queen.
Does she know the way?
She knows the way.
She's hot.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said queen, not princess.
From my angle, I'm seeing an alien face.
She does have a very angular face. Alright, so I was thinking about it. We typed in the thing, or I typed in the thing, movie video games and video game movies, and that was literal in the way of movies, like video games that were movies.
Whichever came first.
Yeah, but
We're just gonna do both.
yeah, it's better to do both because I was thinking about it. I was like, none of us have.
Had more talking about it.
Yeah, we don't have enough. Because I don't know about you guys. I played a decent amount of video games that were based on movies, but
I was thinking like what about like based movies? Like, you know, they got Shadow of Mordor.
yeah.
That's based off of. It's not really off. Which they have Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
like video game, which I played the fuck ton.
Oh, yeah, I played a lot.
Yeah,
I played that
I
in
would
church.
count
We used to
that.
have like the youth room in church, and there was like 4 Xboxes set up, and like with TVs around it and all kinds of stuff in there.
Maybe we'll save that.
I have both of those games. On Steam. I just haven't played either one. Jesus
You
Christ.
said, oh, made me laugh.
Oh yeah,
I got one too.
they have a lot of figures and stuff at that card shop up there. They have a lot of. It's like you can just watch the fart come out or something.
Yeah.
What? Can you vape with your asshole?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy. You vape with you vape with your asshole and then
And
fart
there's like
right after. Because those people that make themselves fart, what they do is suck in air first, anyways, and then like expel it.
Oh, that's bad. I did that before, and oh, dude, that hurts. That hurts.
I don't know why it doesn't hurt. Like I don't know a dude back in Rosebud. This man.
suck in air.
If
I don't know
if
how he
you
did
do
it, bro.
if
He
you do
didn't
it
have to like
wrong-
take his pants off or anything.
Yeah,
like
you don't have to.
he just raised up, kind of spread his legs, and I would see him go. Like,
Why have you done that?
Like he would do something weird, and then they would
I
just go
didn't do it that way.
and like fart. Well, that's the way
That's
he did
weird.
it. Maybe that's why it didn't hurt him. Maybe he had a specific way to do it without hurting him.
Well, I ain't gonna look
Be
like,
like
I'm taking
Peter
it in the
Griffin.
ass.
He's like
Oh no, that's 100%.
Peter Griffin's like. He's like, who the fuck did that?
Oh.
It's my favorite part.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Shit, it's funny.
Man, freaking Samurai Jack, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm
They're making a Samurai Jack the
What's
video game.
crazy is it's gonna give because they came out with a new season or two of Samurai Jack to end everything. Well, this video game is taking place in that little like mid section that we didn't see what happened between when the series got canceled before and the new seasons. So it's gonna have that stuff.
Of course, you went and looked all that fucking shit up.
Oh baby, no, I just I just know enough about Samurai Jack that when it was saying it in the video, it was sitting there like talking about like when it was gonna take place, and I immediately knew what it was talking about. I was like, oh, I
don't know that
finally.
much about it. I didn't watch it that much.
I love Samurai Jack, dude. I don't know as much about it as a couple friends back home, but
I didn't really remember it.
it's good shit, man. It's worth watching for sure.
See if we can blow this thing up.
It's something that probably didn't interest you as a kid, but would now because it was more adult.
You know what interested me a lot was it was a cartoon show. He could turn into a dragon.
Cake
American
Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah.
I
Dude, I watched every single episode when I was young.
wasn't
The
big-
American Dragon.
I wasn't big into Disney.
I wasn't either, but it was so cool because I was like, dude, you can turn a dragon. I was like, then all of a sudden he's like, dragon eyes, and he can see so far away or through the dark. Like, that's sick.
For some reason, I've heard a lot of people say like that, like a lot of shows I like nowadays, be like, oh yeah, that's the shit. But I don't know, something about it.
I like it.
Low lightheaded. I'm gonna explode it.
Oh, okay.
My hands cramp. My hands cramp.
You gonna blow it till it explodes?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
TOS. He said yeah.
And...
I feel like this shit's gonna slap me in the face, bro. I can see it. I can see it just whoosh, ah! We have to quit the podcast because of fucking shit.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Knocked my eye out.
Anybody got a needle?
You've been blowing too long,
I'm
man.
so high right now.
So high right now. God, high on the lack of oxygen.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
He didn't smoke anything, folks. He just... You motherfuckers late. Headed to work. Have fun, nerds. Alright, Bunny Bacon. Thank you for pulling me up, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, we haven't even started the recording yet because we're fucking around. God damn it. I got so scared when I saw... Oh! God damn it.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
God damn it. Alright.
Well, half of this motherfucker, most of this motherfucker's gone.
I seen it.
It went in one of our drinks. I know it did. It's like fucking slithered its way down. We're gonna be... It's gonna expand. We're
Is
gonna
that
die.
a condom? Oh, found it.
Not again.
How'd you?
Oh,
Oh, that's wet.
That's
Ooh.
wet. Ooh.
Ooh.
I bet it is, man. You blew
Like,
it till it
probably
exploded.
that baked too stuff.
Yeah.
And your breath.
No, that's probably not a good combination.
Haven't brushed my teeth in about 3 months.
There you go. Now why don't you just wring it out in your drink and drink it? We can make our own version
Let's
of
go.
Jackass real quick, boys. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Darksky podcast.
I was just like, alright, I'll let it go, I guess.
Y'all like same time.
I know. Hey guys, Zenith Darksky. Welcome to Darksky Game Podcast. Today we're going a little out of the realm of just video games. We're gonna stretch into some other media here and look at some movies. So like the relationship between movies and video games. I got
Fair
Barry Morris.
warning, we will probably talk about movies at some point.
Yeah, we'll probably go off topic on some
we will
movies.
go on topic on some badass fucking movies.
But yeah, so I got Memphis, Bearded Moors, and welcome to the podcast. Little 80s jingle. I love that jingle, dude. I'm talking to Lesbian Sloths, the guy who made the viewer of mine who created that intro. I'm talking to him about getting him to do an intro for my free-to-play series I'm going to do on YouTube as well. Alright, guys. Last episode was episode 10, which is a marker of some sort.
No, we didn't even
We hit 10.
realize, I guess.
I knew it.
I didn't.
I said episode 10 when I introduced that. I was
What?
like, we're on episode 10.
We'll do something for our 100th.
Yeah.
Like when we hit 100th, we'll
If we hit
we'll do
100.
something.
We're all gonna get drunk.
There you go.
There it is. If it
Drunk
doesn't
podcast,
happen between then.
if we make it to 100, it's okay if we fail at that point. So being drunk's okay because we don't know what we're gonna say anyways. So
Yep. Yeah, that would be the end of that podcast.
I
just
guess,
gonna do it.
Warning, I get very loud when I'm drunk.
God damn, that's okay. That's okay. I noticed on the last podcast, I don't know if we were just quiet what it was, but I had to boost that a little bit.
Oh, well, did you?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what it was.
Could you hear the roll the dice part?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, you could hear
Did
that
you
fine.
go? You didn't. This man didn't even go listen to it.
No, I don't listen to it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to it.
I went back on YouTube to watch it because we laughed, and I was so confused on what we laughed at because we all bust out laughing for no reason at the beginning. So I was like, I'm gonna go watch that back, see what happened. Nothing fucking happened.
No, I know.
But we all
that's
busted out
why. That's
laughing.
why I started laughing last time because you started like giggling over there, and I started laughing. He starts laughing, and we were just laughing for no reason. You straight went, "What the fuck even happened?" If you go back and listen to it, you can hear you through the laugh go, "What the fuck happened?"
I was confused. I didn't know what was going on.
Episode 10 was tabletop gaming. We focused a little bit on D&D there, but when we're going to have eventually, I thought about making this one the D&D one because I was like, you know what, we already flew the coop on the last one. Let's just go ahead and focus more on D&D. But we're... Oh, motherfucker. If that would have got in, I'd be like...
If it was smaller, that would have went floop.
Oh man, you'd have to throw that drink away.
Yeah. But
I'd drink it.
anyways, so eventually we will have a D&D episode though.
Hell yeah. Ready for that one.
Yeah, especially since Baldur's Gate 3 got more info out.
Man.
But I'm thinking about maybe making it close to the early access release or something, so it's a little bit relevant and stuff.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
But
like maybe the week before it comes out or the week after.
Yeah, something like that. One of the two. Same thing I'm gonna do with the Battle Royale.
I tried telling him a little bit about it. I don't explain things very well.
It's turn-based.
Yeah, I saw some video on it today. It looked pretty interesting.
It looks like Divinity.
Yeah.
It looks,
Really.
the UI even looks like it. Of course, I think the UI might be placeholder content from Divinity. Since it's a studio, I'm sure a lot of that was placeholder from Divinity.
I just like the whole like rolling dice thing.
Yeah,
you
it's like opponent 8
roll.
and then it says you roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
tells you the
pretty
DC and everything.
But see, that was the thing though. Is like I don't remember it. But did Divinity have it where like you hit a crit or something like that and you killed them? Did it show like the arrow like flying in the air and hitting?
If you,
I don't know. We haven't done it yet.
no, it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do anything like that.
Wow,
it
way to ruin
basically
it.
was
There it
if you killed an enemy in one hit, it was a crit.
Well, that's the thing though, is because like on Baldur's Gate, it looked like you could see the arrow flying in the air and it would hit them and just kill them.
What's
like,
that may
you could actually see
may
it.
have just been like for show.
Dude, they need to do that though.
Wow, that
Because,
would be
like
cool.
if I do like like I shoot like from so far away, you just see the arrow.
Oh no,
flying.
I'm positive that was in there. Like they had to have done that on purpose. It was like that's probably something in there since it's definitely heavy more. I literally read someone on the internet was like, this game just looks like Divinity and D&D had a baby.
And I'm so
with
happy
with
about
with,
it.
with
fine.
Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
lore.
Hey, did you see like the magic hand? The what was that one
Mage
thing?
Hand.
What was the other one? Guiding bolt.
Yeah, guiding bolt.
There was missiles. There was like
There's
what
also-
Caleb uses.
There's
Yeah.
also the flame one, not a guiding bolt, but
Fireball one
no.
or the wall.
it's another cleric one. Not
oh.
guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Oh,
no.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred flame.
Yeah,
Sacred
dude,
flame.
they
is
had
in
like all there. Like I seen all those stuff. I was like, I'm sold already.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I see
I know.
those
I
spells.
just heard the names of that stuff.
I didn't watch like a whole bunch of it. I was
There was
scrolling
way
through
more
Facebook.
gameplay than they were supposed to. He
Yeah.
said at the beginning, we're gonna have about 10 minutes of gameplay, numbers, graphs, blah blah blah, this and that. And they messed up at first. He died at first in
Yeah,
the
so
first
it was a wipe.
first fight. Because it's hard. Because
Yeah,
he
it
said
looked
right
hard.
now all the numbers and stuff in the game are ripped straight from the book, straight from D&D.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's hard. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Hell yeah,
He
dude!
was-
I'm
he was missing-
man, I'm
he-
so excited
he was-
for that, dude.
he was missing a lot. Even being a ranger, close range, he was missing a lot. It
Well,
would be like
even-
90%
yeah.
chance.
He would still miss.
Because it tells you your chance, but it still rolls the dice for it, basically.
Yeah.
And if you miss, it's still a miss. Like, and it's just like D&D. You could be within 5 foot, and it's, you know, you might have advantage because of this or that, so you get to roll twice, take the higher one, but you can still miss that shit.
See, I'm
and he
pretty sure that one showed 99%, but he
Yeah.
rolled a natural one and still missed because
Yeah,
he rolled
he got
a
a
natural
critical
one.
miss, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I'm excited.
if they do that, dude, that is gonna make it so much better.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it harder.
Dude,
So
we'll
much
probably
better.
be playing that.
As
Not
soon as
just
it comes
because
out.
that, but for a long time, just because I bet you it'll kind of be hard.
Oh, yeah, it's
dude,
gonna...
Like
I was telling him, 'cause
Divinity,
he
we
said-
kind of just fucked
Yeah.
through it. You
He
know?
said there's going to be normal, easy, and stuff like that. They're going to mess with difficulties and stuff, and they're going to mess with the numbers that are in the game. But I was sitting there thinking, they're probably going to leave those numbers in for, like, hard mode or something. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck it,
We
let's play
gotta
hard
do
mode,
that.
because that's D&D. That's D&D fucking
That'd be
rules
great.
right there.
Straight D&D.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Hey, did you see all the races and stuff?
No.
There's
I did.
Tiefling, They have
Yeah,
so many races.
They have
I
races.
literally have looked at nothing.
You need to watch. They have a lot of the races, a lot of classes, and it's not even done. Like
Yeah,
he said, those
they
are
add
just
more.
the ones
When
going
does
in
it
early
supposed to
access.
come out?
It's going in early access sometime, like soon-ish this year. But they didn't have release date or anything.
Oh,
When,
dude.
they're the type of people that they'll give you when it's done. But me and
It was
him
not
said
done.
we might, even though it'll hurt us to do it, we should probably all just wait for it to full release. Even if early access isn't bad, Divinity was in early access before we got it.
Mm-hmm.
But we should just wait
Yeah,
for the
that's
full
fine. Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to play through it again with newer content. We can just play through all the content and take our time with it and stuff.
Like what I was thinking was like we played on the hardest difficulty, first try, see if we can beat it without dying. I mean,
Like
one
dying
of
at
us
all?
one of us could die
Like,
or
but
revive.
like no
wipe.
team. Yeah.
We cannot team wipe.
I wonder if
For our
I
very
wonder if
first
it'll let
trial.
you import old D&D games would let you import characters.
Maybe.
And so I wonder, like Champions North, if you could create a character on another game, then import it at a save point. So I wonder if it'll let us import characters, because if we do, we could just roll a new character and import it right there. And maybe we'll see. Obviously, it was pre-alpha. The gameplay was like they had problems with it, but like Mage Hand had a perception check and everything like that, and that's not supposed to be that
Yeah,
way. But
that's
since
pretty
Mage
cool.
Hand technically, I guess they have it programmed as another companion at the moment, so it can do stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So
it's fucking so sick, dude. You can kick people off like cliffs and stuff, and
oh
they'll
yeah,
fall
yeah.
all the way down.
There's regular
So
actions
fucking
beyond
good.
attack, at like just shove, jump,
Dude,
and
that's
stuff like that.
sick.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited
it's
for it.
Fucking
it's like
sweet, bro.
Divinity on steroids.
Yeah, for sure.
and it's not even done yet.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking.
I know
pumped.
they were sitting there like you could tell he was embarrassed and stuff because he was having issues with AI and different stuff, and I was sitting there like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I could see the problems, but I'd buy the game right now. I was like, I don't really care. It's already sold me. I mean, it's just work out the
Graphics look
bugs.
good, dude.
Alright, well, let's
Pumped.
get into our actual podcast.
Yeah,
and talk
our
about
actual
fucking
topic of the
D&D for 10
podcast.
minutes.
That was just a few minutes. The actual topic of the podcast today, though, like I said, is movies and video games. Now, at first, we had two different topics for it: movie video games and video game movies.
Well, really, we're just going to talk about movies that turned into video games and video games turned into movies.
Yeah, exactly.
All in one.
Either
And
way.
I don't know which one guys want to start with.
Lord of the Rings,
Lord
I
of the
think.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings
Man,
was good.
Lord of the Rings.
I
Have
liked
you
it.
played the old Lord of the Rings video games before
Yeah.
we get to the new good ones? Obviously,
Yeah.
which I say that
The
I like
original,
old-
the original Lord of the Rings video games where you actually went through the story of Lord of the Rings from beginning to end.
like was it the one where you could pick the characters and stuff
Pick
like that?
Legolas, Gimli,
Yeah.
Aragorn.
Yeah. You had to unlock some
I
of them.
picked Legolas like.
Oh,
time.
every time
I was
Legolas
like,
is the
I had
goat.
to.
I picked Aragorn.
Yeah.
I was.
He's
just
good
into the
too. I
story
mean, I
thing.
remember playing a mission where Aragorn first gets the King's Blade of Gondor, King Gondor blade, and you have to fight all those ghost dudes.
Yeah.
And I remember playing that, like specifically playing that mission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I heard something.
See, I had to.
I don't know if I heard that somebody was saying that they might make a remake of it, or whether they said that they need to make a remake of it.
I don't know. I don't think they will, just because they're having a good time with everything right now. And who
It'd be
is it?
badass
There's a
if they
studio
would.
building a new Lord of the Rings MMO, because there's been a couple now, and they haven't been horrible. They just weren't WoW or Final Fantasy or something like that. But I hear
want
this.
one like that. I want one like
I hear this
what it
one's.
was.
Yeah, I hear this one's supposed to be pretty good. I think if they do away with turn-based, or like not turn-based, but the global cooldown, which is like WoW, where no matter what attack you do, you still have to wait a second to do any other
Yeah,
attack.
just get rid of it.
I think if they do away with that, don't focus on any competitive nature of it, because that's the problem with it. That's why they implement that global cooldown, is for the competitive side and stuff of everything, so that it's not just button mashing and stuff. But I think if they just made it an action RPG MMO in a little bit of a way, not necessarily Diablo ARPG type style, but just like where the combat is action oriented, where you can do combos or skills
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'd like them
I
to
haven't
make
any-
something like the original, or the same gameplay, where
Yeah.
you just start fucking attacking.
Yeah, I do know a lot of people like those old Lord of the Rings MMOs though. So I feel like if
Dude,
a
I
lot of
love
people
them,
have
dude.
their
Ooh.
way with it. It's gonna.
I ain't
it's gonna
going
be
through the
that
freaking
normal MMO
Battle of
combat.
Minas Tirith.
Oh yeah. Like after watching the movie, then playing the game.
That's what I would do.
You're like, I get to be this character now.
Yeah. My
So
favorite
fucking
favorite one of those games. I don't know why, but it's the second movie video game I had on GameCube.
Yeah.
And I had all three at one point. But the second one, for some reason, was the most fun to me. I think it's just because you go through the undead area and stuff like that right there at the beginning of the game. Well, it starts you out with like the tutorial where you're playing Gandalf in the one of the battles.
It's probably where
Right.
he's on top and they breach with those big towers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like one of the most iconic scenes.
Yeah, it's that. It starts you off as like a tutorial there, and then kind of goes over
I remember
to
that.
Aragorn and Gimli and stuff in the.
Ooh!
Yeah.
I love that game so much.
Yeah.
Lord of the
super
Rings
fucking
is
fun.
also like all-time
That's my
favorite
favorite movie.
series of movies.
Do
I'm ready
you,
for
Wow.
more.
are you guys ready for that fucking Amazon?
Oh,
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime
That's what I'm
Video
waiting for.
series.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
gonna
we're
be
gonna have
good.
a watch party at my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm down.
I'm
Now,
down with that.
because I've got it.
Because I'm gonna
Oh.
watch it.
I've got
Okay.
Amazon Prime Video at the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it either
Yeah, I
way.
have it too.
You know, they've actually got some pretty decent
Yeah,
movies on
Lore,
there too.
Lore, which is another podcast. Shout out to Aaron Mankey. He's the guy that does that. That's a fantastic podcast, and it dives deep into the lore of like any supernatural creature, any
Yeah.
urban legend, like Jersey Devil type shit, anything like that, Bigfoot even,
Yeah.
all the way down to things falling out of the sky.
Chupacabra.
Like the original stories of things falling out of the sky. And so like he dives deep into that stuff, and of course he has help too, but it's just really nice. It's the way he put it together is real clean and just it's good shit. But he's also an author though, so he's able to write it out where it sounds good and everything like that when he reads it. But there's a show on Amazon Prime Video where they do reenactments of like some of that deep dive stuff, and it's really cool. They do like deep dives of like the original vampire stories and stuff like that, and reenactments of that. And it's a little corny, but it's a reenactment, and reenactments are always fucking corny. But
That and then they've got the Shadow of Mordor games.
Shadow of Mordor
Man,
and Shadow of
those
War.
Never
those were
played 'em.
legit,
They were
bro.
good.
Yeah, I mean it's the studio that did Batman, Arkham Asylum, the Arkham games, and
Dude,
stuff like that. And they just took that
the
combat and
first,
threw it
yeah,
in.
and the combat's so smooth.
It is. It's all
like
that,
stupid smooth.
that style of combat. I don't know what it is, but like Assassin's
And-
Creed has done that style of combat and everything. It's just easy to get smooth, but it
Yes.
feels so good and satisfying.
Dude, and it's like that game wasn't necessarily like super easy either.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't just to blow through. Like you
No,
actually
no,
had to.
I know a lot of people that had problems.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor.
I beat Shadow of Mordor, and I've got Shadow of War, and I haven't played through the whole thing. But dude, that's a fun game. I mean, it's this open world. You run around and just freaking kill orcs all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like bases you can take. It's kind of like a Lord of
can,
the
like,
Rings
recruit.
Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
100%.
obviously it's made by like the same people. you know.
Yeah. No, I mean that's actually a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, it's a
'cause
Lord of the
the-
Rings Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's 100% the combat system ripped out of Batman, but just the swords and everything like that. With swords and everything, it feels a lot more like Assassin's
A lot.
Creed.
Like I
mixed
mean,
with-
you can climb up any wall. You can
Yeah.
jump down, assassinate people. You've got bows and swords
Mhm.
and it's
Have
you
you
have
played-
to come over
Have you
and
played the games?
play.
What?
No, I don't
hasn't,
think
I
you've
know.
played any of the Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War.
I watched a
games.
lot of it on
You have,
Twitch.
you have to come over and play it sometime. I've got it
I've
on
thought
my
about-
Xbox.
I've thought
It looked
about-
good.
It's fun, man. I love it.
Yeah, I've thought about
Is
streaming
isn't
it a couple
free on
times.
Xbox right now?
I
On,
wouldn't,
One of them is.
Gold? Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it.
One of them was. I don't know if it still is because now it's turning over into March. So I don't know.
I've got Shadow of War. I don't know if I have Shadow of Mordor anymore. I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm not sure. Hunter actually bought me the second one
Yeah.
because she loves those. Those are some of her favorite movies too.
I haven't got Tifa into them yet.
No,
She watched
Hunter
them,
loves them, man.
she watched them when she was a little kid,
yeah,
and admittedly, if you're a little girl,
I might
guess
scare you a little bit.
Yeah, that too.
What is it?
Lord of the Rings. Period. Just the
Oh.
movies.
Like if you're a
Um,
little kid.
I
All the orcs
would
might
say
scare you or
specifically a
something.
little girl who's being raised very girly. But she just wasn't into
Have some
like.
sympathy, damn it.
He's like, I don't
You
know. I was raised
heartless
like that.
they're good. I love those
Yeah.
games. Like
but
a lot.
she because of her experience with them as a kid, she feels like they're boring and stuff now. And so I'm like, if you just sit down and watch them, trust me, they're not boring. There's a lot of action, a lot of shit going on.
Well,
They're long.
yeah,
They're
they
long
are.
and drawn out.
I will
Really
say
long.
there is a lot of boring parts. Just like
It's very political, like Game of Thrones.
Yes, exactly. And it's just like in the second Two Towers, I'm pretty sure that's where Merry and Pippin they get taken by the Ents.
Yep.
And that's probably that's literally the most boring part of all the movies,
Yeah,
is when
it
they're
is.
sitting there waiting and just talking. They're like,
Yeah, it's a lot of lore thrown at you
Yeah,
at one
just the
point.
trees
There's
talking.
no,
yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like out of nowhere. It just like didn't really fit into the story. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
yeah,
But
was
it
just
is
abrupt.
boring. I mean, I remember watching that and being like, God, I hate this part just because it's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'd go take a piss or something, and come back and keep
See,
watching.
I don't know. I was super into it, but when I was younger, I was into J.R. Tolkien's. He has other books that dive into the lore of that.
Yeah,
that
he had a
stuff.
lot of books that
Oh
were.
yeah, he pretty much lived his whole life like writing this.
Oh,
when he
yeah.
died, they said he had papers up on the walls and all kinds of stuff with backstories for characters we never even met. We don't know nothing. Like we don't know anything about the grandparents of characters that
Yeah.
have no impact.
It's fucking crazy.
Like it's at this point, what to us have no impact, but their story when you read it actually does have impact. And they release books with all that information once in a while. And one's called the Silmarillion, and I mean, if you're into the lore and stuff like that, I would suggest reading it. But it's a pretty big book, and it's got a bunch of short
normally I
stories
never
and stuff.
am, but for Lord of the Rings I am.
I'm not.
Because I'm a little curious on like everything else
Yeah.
that happens in the thing.
Oh, it's if
Pretty
you really
sure-
want to know like the history and stuff, that's
Isn't one of the missions where you get to control the Ents, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. I remember playing it.
yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
got off from a different movie, but what is it? Was it Agent 41 or
47? Hitman?
47? Yeah, Hitman. They made a movie. They
Yeah, they
just
make
recently,
movies.
not like last couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
They just made a movie.
Don't
that
They,
made
they,
multiple?
they have
Don't they have
two.
multiple?
They have
Yeah.
two. There's
Do
one
they?
from back early 2000s, and then there's one
Yeah, I watched that one.
2014,
Yeah,
13.
just most recent.
I haven't watched that. I watched the old one.
I watched the old one. I really like the old one. I like Timothy Oliphant though, even though a lot of people don't. He plays in Justified and Girl Next Door as one of the bad guys and stuff like that. So
I'll have to look.
he's you'll if you look him up, you'll know who he is.
Yeah, because I'm not good with faces.
I'm
But
good with faces. bad with
Timothy
names.
what?
Timothy Oliphant, Oli.
That porn?
Yeah, right there. Oh, it's Y. I thought it was I. That guy.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Yeah. He was the first one in Hitman back in like early 2000s. But
What
I
movie
thought-
did he play off? He looks familiar.
oh yeah, you've seen him. he's really good. But for some
Deadwood.
that movie kind of got shit on quite a bit.
I thought it was alright.
I'll be honest with you. To me, the Hitman. I like the problem that people had with the Hitman movie back in the day. A lot of the problem was, besides critics being critics and having problems with cinematography and the acting and blah blah blah. I just watch a movie just to give preface my opinion on any movies here. Let me just go ahead and let you guys know I don't try to critique a movie. I don't watch a movie for all the technicality of it and stuff. I just watch the movie as an escape.
Yeah,
So-
I watch it because they're fun. See, my thing is, people's like, man, that was a terrible movie, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like,
I had
there's
fun.
dude, every movie I watch, I'm like, dude, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like
And there's not a whole lot of movies, unless it's just straight a B movie, like where I got it because I knew it was a bad movie. Someone
Oh,
said
yeah.
it was like bad, like obviously bad, and I knew special effects and acting and stuff was just gonna be over the top and stupid. Obviously, those are bad,
Yeah.
but like these other movies where they're like, I don't know if it'd be. I don't think movies have AAA movies necessarily. I think it's just like A movie, B movie, stuff like that. But like the big budget movies and stuff like that people say are bad, I've never I've always been one of those things like I just enjoyed it. Like I went to see it and try to enjoy it, and I did or it didn't. And
Yeah.
it usually isn't because of something like cinematography or something. It's usually because I'm just like I didn't like the story or something.
have you ever, this off subject, but have you ever seen the movie, I think it's called Rubber, about the tire? It used to be on Netflix, and it was
Oh.
about this stupidest movie ever. It's about this tire that literally just was alive, and
See,
it rolled.
movies like that I watch for fun.
Yeah, so this is a movie. It's a dumb movie to watch for fun.
Yeah.
And it rolled around, and like had these like telekinetic powers, and it just fucking killed people.
Yeah.
And there's these people that would follow it, or like a group of people. Like it was kind of like a tour. The dude like showed them around.
Yeah.
And they drove around, and just watched the tire like do its fucking thing.
What the fuck, dude?
And it was like fucking weird. And like, spoiler alert. And like this guy was feeding. There's like this one guy in a wheelchair.
Oh no.
And he would no. It's I don't remember the whole thing. It's been a while since I watched it. But there's one guy in a wheelchair, and he's like, all right, guys, I want everybody eat this food or whatever that I made, or whatever. It was all poisoned, and that guy was the only one who didn't eat it.
Mm.
And like everyone was dying around him, and he was like, I just don't give a fuck. And he was like, oh, I'm more interested in this tire. Well, like after it goes, the guy who's like killing everybody ends up eating the food without subconsciously, you know, and then ends up dying. And it's
Jesus
just some weird
Christ.
shit. But that was a weird movie.
But back to Hitman, a lot of the people though did have a problem with Hitman, the first original one, because they tried to give him more of a story and stuff like that, and more of like, because the Hitman video games, especially back then, before they started giving it more of a narrative and story.
I say it was just kind of like, this guy's here to kill people.
Yeah, and like it would throw you in a place like, hey,
I
kill this
actually
person.
haven't played any of them or watched. I haven't even seen the movies.
You just know of them.
I just know of it.
Well,
I know there's a movie of it.
They recently they've started giving the video games more of a narrative, but basically the old video games were,
Here's your target.
Here's your target. You start here.
Find a way
to kill them. Disguise yourself. Whatever you have to do.
There's a
kill
million different ways.
And that's kind of the way the newest game did it.
Yeah.
But it
There's
has
a
a
lot
little
of-
bit of story mixed into it.
Have you
and stuff.
seen like the people throwing the briefcase?
Yeah, that fucking briefcase.
Dude,
And it's
that
just
fucking
like-
case is just
They
following
embraced it. Like
Yeah.
at first everyone was like, oh, they're gonna patch it out eventually.
No,
probably.
they left that
No,
shit.
yeah,
That
they left
sucker
it.
be flying for like 2 miles,
Did
just
you see
chasing
that
that
one where someone's
motherfucker.
on a jet ski and they
I
fucking
haven't
threw it at
seen-
someone on a
And
jet
yeah,
ski
it just
and
follows-
it's just
it
falling while
follows.
he's on the jet ski? Then
He's like, oh, that's a good place to stop.
bam.
Shit.
And of course, that fucking insta kills him.
That fucking briefcase, dude.
That's
But-
great. See, I love when games do that.
Yeah,
just
when
like,
they embrace
fuck it.
There's
like
not a
a
lot of
silly
games
bug or
that do, but when they do, it's like it just makes the game so much.
Yeah.
It's just
Great.
like Skate 3. To get off a little
Oh,
bit
yeah,
topic,
yeah,
but dude, that had
embraces
so many fucking glitches and all kinds of bullshit,
Oh,
and
it was fun, though.
they just left it.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
was great because you can get your body like stuck in something and all of a sudden like
Yeah,
maybe
you're just
one-
fucking shaking and
Or just
shoot
like
off.
they'd have fucking Big Black jump off the top of a roof
Oh,
and
yeah.
hit the ground and just go doom, and just fucking
Well, I mean,
fly.
there's been skate movies before. You know,
Yeah.
skate. You know,
Yeah, there are
they-
skating
they,
movies.
They combine.
There are.
It's,
Not necessarily off that, but
Yeah.
if you haven't watched the movie Grind,
Yeah.
Lords of
It's a-
Dogtown is mine, dude. My favorite skate movie. But Lords of Dogtown's really it's really serious, like dark and shit like that.
I don't know. This is like
Yeah, I've seen Grind. I had it in
Grind's
VHS.
actually, dude. That's a good. It's like a legitly pretty decent.
I
movie.
liked it. I liked it a lot.
I know Rob Dyrdek came out with the movie.
Yeah, Street
Okay.
Dreams.
Yeah, Street
I haven't
Dreams.
seen it. I've never heard
I haven't
of it.
seen it either. I just know
It,
we
wa-
had
it wasn't bad.
Huh.
I mean, like, it wasn't my favorite movie, but
Yeah.
something to watch. I mean, it was Rob Dyrdek at the time, and at the time he was like doing Fantasy Factory and all that
Mm.
crap. I was like, oh,
Dude, Fantasy
It's
Factory is
cool.
one of my favorite
Oh,
shows
yeah.
ever to
It's
watch.
fucking
I love that damn movie.
they had some
Back-
real pro skaters.
Oh,
in
they
it,
had
too.
Oh, yeah.
legit. I mean,
That's
Rob
what's up.
Dyrdek's a pro skater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
means in the movie. That
oh, in the
pro
movie
skating.
they
Yeah,
did.
like the
Oh,
actual-
okay.
Yeah, instead of just actors.
Yeah.
I think they had Ryan Sheckler in Grind, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Ryan Sheckler.
Or they had Viva Bam Margera in it. Remember he comes
Oh,
in
yeah,
and gets
yeah.
his skateboards?
Yeah.
And then he,
But back to Hitman. A lot of the problem though with the movie was it had a narrative and it had a point. And Agent 47 wasn't doing his mission. He was specifically going out of his way to protect a girl and blah blah blah. And I think that's even what the newest movie kind of was about. I don't remember. I watched it.
don't
I've
care about
only
that
watched the
shit. I
newest
just
one
wanna
like
see him
once.
kill people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what a lot of people's problem
And
was.
I can see, they have
yeah, I
good,
see-
they have a good reason.
I see the problem with it, but I think a lot of people, especially video game fans, don't take into account that when you make something into a movie,
You gotta have
No
more
matter
than
what it
just
is,
a video game.
it's got to have a narrative.
It's gotta-
it
yeah,
has
it's
to
gotta
have a
have
story
fucking
to play
something.
out.
Can't just be killing people.
Yeah, you
Or
can
it's
make a
just-
TV series of Hitman killing different people and stuff
Oh,
like that, and that would be
ooh.
fine.
Oh yeah,
that'd be
good.
fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
I think that would be the best way to do Hitman.
You hear
Yeah.
that, Amazon?
Hey, whoa!
Okay.
I'll write that screenplay.
I'll email you.
Hey,
Well,
get back to us.
My people will call your people. Don't worry about it. Or your people call my people. That's probably better because I don't know how to get those numbers. But,
Zach's phone number is 479.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Oh shit.
God damn it, I gotta stop it now. But, so I think that's what a lot of people's problem with it was. But I thought it was fun because it was just an action movie, and it was kind of a mindless action movie like Fast and Furious. Nobody takes Fast and Furious serious at this point. If you're going to watch
They're
Fast
fucking
and
going
Furious because
crazy.
you genuinely
After like number 7, it's just kind of been like
after fucking number 2.
no.
Well, Too Fast, Too Furious is when I think it started to embrace. Like, first one was fine.
Oh, first one was
And
great.
then the second one kind of embraced a little bit
Well,
of the
maybe-
ridiculousness. And Tokyo Drift did its own thing.
yeah,
tied in
it's
with
kind of
story.
off, and
Yeah.
it did tie in. What is it, number 5? That you realize that
Han
it,
Solo
that
or
it-
whatever. No, Han Solo.
his name is
Who-
Han,
Yeah,
but
watch
I
that
don't.
Solo.
Han Solo.
It's Han owns the garage or whatever. In
Yeah,
Japan,
I
and
think-
then Dom shows up at the end of it. After
Yeah,
Han
and then
dies.
that's I think was it number 5 or number 6 that goes back into it and shows him talking.
I think it's 6 because I think 6 is the one that Han
Dies.
dies again.
Yeah, yeah.
Spoiler alert. I think after number 6, I'd say after number 6 or 7, I don't really remember. I have to go back and watch them. I think that's when it really got kind of like,
Yeah.
people are like,
When
he's
it
saying
came
number
back-
10's going to be crazy, and someone's like,
Yeah.
well, at this point, they might as well just fucking fight the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because after Tokyo Drift, they like Fast and Furious died out, like was out, like they didn't make any of the movies for several years, and then Fast 4 came out, and Fast 4 was just called Fast and the Furious, or number 1 was called The Fast and the Furious,
And then that
4
last
was called
Fast and Furious, and
Yeah.
then there's the Fast 5,
Yeah.
and then there's
and it's
Furious 6 or some
Yeah.
shit.
And when Fast and Furious came out, that one was a lot more ridiculous because the first thing you see on that one is them robbing another big truck or whatever, but it's like hanging off the side of a mountain and everything like that and shit, or it drifts around
I
like a
liked
mountain
it.
and stuff. No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it's over the top. It's something
Yeah.
that couldn't happen in real life, but it's one of those things
They
that
did it.
they.
I've seen it. It was just-
I thought that was documentary, bro.
They did it. You haven't seen the documentary on it?
But
Based
that's
on true
that's
events.
that's
Oh,
when it
no.
got like really
Yeah.
over the top.
And now, like, RIP, but since Paul Walker ain't in it anymore, that's where it really kind of...
Yeah, now at this point they're like, well, all right, we're just making action movies. Like,
Well, and also the thing is fucking Vin Diesel also said he was going to make 10 movies.
mhm,
I mean, he said we're making 10 movies.
yeah,
With either way. 10 movies are coming out no matter what the fuck they're about.
yeah.
And I think, that last one, did the Hobbs and...
Did the
Hobbs
Hobbs
and
and
Shaw
Shaw count as one? No, I think it's a spinoff.
Was it? I haven't
this
watched
this
it.
one's just gonna be called Fast 9,
Yeah.
or Fast Furious 9, or whatever they're fucking calling it. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
interesting because now it's the Rock's brother.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Dom's brother.
Yeah, Dom's
Dom's
brother.
brother.
Dude,
John
that
Cena.
actually looks fucking pretty decent. Like that looks.
I
good
watch
to me.
it. I watch them all.
Oh yeah, I'm having to watch it. It has really they've kind of gotten out of the point of fucking Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point is like underground racing,
Mm.
Yeah.
shit like that. Which, like I said, and he said it too. It's like after 5, after 6. It's getting kind of wild.
Yeah,
It's
gets
getting
crazy.
real
It gets
wild.
fucking ridiculous.
But I
There's
mean, they're
things-
still very
in
entertaining.
the
to
trailers
watch.
for the new one, a fucking car goes flipping. Dom's standing on the side of the car, and he catches a car that's
Yeah.
flipping.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You
Bullshit.
can't do that.
That's a little excessive.
Like, that would knock you right the fuck out that car, bro. You be gone.
But the one where, spoiler alert again, the one where Dom, he's got that secret kid with
Yeah.
that girl, and then
Yeah.
that one girl's holding him hostage. I think that was probably the last good one.
Yeah.
Which they're all good, but
They're all good in their own
man,
way.
well, that was the last. I think is that that was the ice mission, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where they're fucking getting chased by that damn submarine.
I think so.
That was
That-
fucking crazy.
It's
That was probably the last
one of
the last one that was like, you know what, this kind of sticks
Mhm.
to it in a way, but it just kind of went off.
It's always one
one of
last
the-
job.
One of the exactly one of the things
300 later.
when I watch a movie, one of the things I try to take into it, but a lot of people don't take into account, is I try to look at the movie when I'm watching it. Is this a film or is this a movie? Because to me, film is like more artsy, more something that's supposed to be good in a technical sense, and a movie is
just something that's
and
supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah, technically they're the same thing. Some would say film's shot on film and movie could be digital or whatever. But to me, I treat, because that's what you hear fancy people and critics and stuff be like, this film was blah blah blah, and so I'm like, okay, I correlate film to fancy. Technical stuff. It has to be good and everything like that. Movies are movies, and they're
like
escapism.
An action.
Yeah, and they're
It's just something to watch to be
whatever.
like, fuck yeah!
Yeah, whatever. Like make me fucking laugh, or make me cringe, or whatever I have to do. But it's just, I don't know. I treat it like that. Have you guys ever played the Fast and Furious video game?
I have not.
They came out with.
Yeah, I knew they came out with one.
At least one. I think they came out.
I never played that one.
I don't think they really got big.
I did. I don't think it did, because I've heard nothing of a sequel or anything.
No.
I think that was a few years back.
I mean, it's enough that it didn't get big enough that we're like, did they come out with one?
Yeah.
Did they not come out?
I think they have
with
a mobile game though coming out though. I think that is something that they have coming. I
But
think
it
I saw it
wasn't-
advertised alongside the
It wasn't
fucking
too
movie
bad.
trailer.
Yeah.
And mobile games are mobile games, Eventually, we'll do a topic on that, on mobile games in general. But that's generally my thought process on mobile games. Is they're mobile games. Like, they are what they are. I have a few I'm addicted to. I play like every day at least. Bring it up just to cash in on whatever my shit is, and then get out.
The most I ever had was Zynga. The
Zynga
poker
game.
game.
Fucking Zynga poker, dude.
God damn it.
We played the shit out of that.
I play 8-ball quite a bit for a long
Yeah, I've got
time.
8-ball too.
Once in a while,
I
I
spent
pull up
money
some
on
8-ball.
that. Oh my god.
I downloaded a cheat thing on my computer last time I was up here for 8-ball on the computer. It's easy on the computer, but it was so easy that I was like, to the point I was like, it doesn't matter. And I didn't care, and I was fucking cheating hardcore, dude.
Oh yeah, like I've got on my phone. I've got like 2 legendary sticks. And,
Yeah.
like all kinds of shit.
I don't take that game seriously, but it's fun. It's casual and fun. But yeah, I haven't played the Fast and Furious games either. I heard it was shit though, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I heard
probably
the
was.
console one was
But
trash.
did you ever play Stuntman? Vin Diesel's
Yes,
Stuntman?
Yeah, I played that.
It's not a movie.
I only
but
played a demo of it, I think.
I actually
like
bought
a couple levels. But
whenever I went to. I remember going to Florida with my grandparents, and like my aunt and uncle and my cousins were already down there, and I remember we were like, "Well, we'll go down there and spend time with them." I remember my mom gave me like $60 to spend down there, and I spent it on that fucking video game, that fucking Stuntman video game, and I brought my PlayStation. My PS3, and that's like all I did while I was down there is fucking play that.
Christ. It was a very fun game. It was wacky.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just like, they're like, time to do a reverse 180 and then hit this jump, and it's just like gives you shit to. I mean,
it's just
it was
like
cool.
an objective thing that you just like when you play.
It's like it
skating
had
games
levels.
Yeah.
And shit. It wasn't like.
It's very arcadey and casual.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been a while since I played that. I mean, that came back. That was out in that was like 2006 or some shit.
Yeah. Back to Hitman real quick.
Fucking shit! I thought we were off of Hitman.
Yeah, fuck Hitman.
Just to
Don't say
finalize,
fuck Hitman. He'll fucking find you, dude.
Just to finalize my opinions on it, games are good. I've always loved the games. I know there was a bad one, I think made by Square Enix or something like that, or the first Square Enix game they made back in like 2014. I like the first movie a lot. Second movie, I obviously don't even remember half of it. Like, I can remember the main character, that he's an actor. Like, I know the actor's face, and that's about it. But I still prefer that first movie. But if they wanted to do something true to form, I think it would have to be a TV series.
Oh, TV, yeah, where he just fucking
Yeah.
got a different hit every
Yeah.
episode.
Have you guys... I take it you guys... Well, how do you guys feel about Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Not
bad.
your favorite?
I mean, I played it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most people around our age or older played it.
Sonic the Hedgehog is kind of like cringy now, but
I never
not
really
because
liked
it's-
the games, honestly. I've
I
got them.
love
My
them.
wife likes to play them.
I was like, when it came to like the debate, and I had this debate with Lamb when I was working at Walmart. I'm sure he remembers because I got pretty passionate about it.
Yeah.
Just like I did with Final Fantasy.
It was
but
like 2 different games, right?
it was Sonic and Mario.
Yeah.
Is,
Which one was better?
Yeah,
or-
and that was the debate back in the day,
Mario.
anyways, because it was Nintendo versus Sega. I heard you, motherfucker.
Mario was better than Sonic.
Sega was Sonic was my thing. It was my brother's thing too, but that's because I think he grew up with a Sega before a Nintendo. But he likes Mario too, and I don't think he even participates in that debate nowadays. But
I mean,
something about the speed and everything of Sonic, the original Sonic
that's
games.
why I
and
didn't
everything.
like it.
I liked it because it's all reflexes. You had to be fast, and as you were going through it super fast, hit the jumps at a certain speed. Like Mario was precision,
Mm-hmm.
while Sonic was speed, like speed running, basically like speed.
ADHD.
And you had to fucking hit those, like your reflexes had to be on point to jump over like spikes and stuff like that would pop up and everything. And it was just all about speed, and I really liked that. And then it got to the 3D games, and I really liked some of the early 3D games like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is like the most popular probably Sonic game I would say of all time, but I also didn't grow up with the originals, so I'm sure some people would disagree.
I think I've got, like, I bought for Hunter it's like a Sega.
Oh, the Sonic Mega Collection.
No, it's like a bunch of Sega games. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, Sonic Mega Collection is a bunch of Sega games. It's just Sonic specifically.
I don't think it's.
Is it for Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Sega games. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is just a bunch of like Crazy Taxi
It's like a
and
bunch,
Sonic
yeah.
and yeah. Having said that, I have to hit it real quick. Sonic 2006 was one of the worst Sonic games of all time. That's really when it started going downhill. A lot of people consider it one of the worst of all time. And no one's going to believe me on this, I didn't encounter... It was super glitchy, the game was. I didn't encounter any of the glitches. Any of the bad glitches. I encountered an occasional glitch, but that's a video game. You're going to run into a glitch every once in a while. But it was normal kind of glitch stuff, like, it wasn't bad stuff. But there were game-breaking glitches in it and stuff like that. And I'm not going to lie, that's a bad thing to have in your game. That's bad game design if you leave that kind of stuff in there. But I never encountered this stuff, and even though the story was a little odd because you were saving a human girl, and there was kind of felt like a romantic interest there a little bit. It was fantasy and video game to me, and I was a teenager, so I didn't really care about it. But a lot of people were like, that's weird. And I could see how it'd be weird, but it wasn't to me. It's still not to me because it's a video game. Obviously, when I turned a video game off, they didn't go fuck. That was it. It was black. The data wasn't running anymore. They're gone. Nothing happened. So I don't really give a shit. But
Till you hit Twitter.
but the hot takes. My hot take for that is I did not like that game. Like, I did not like the game. I liked that game decently. It wasn't my favorite Sonic game by any means. It was still kind of weird, repetitive. But, I don't know. I liked it. But to get out of my hot take there, I have to hit that real quick. Because if we talk about Sonic, there's going to be people out there that's going to be like, you can't talk about liking Sonic games and not bring up 06 because it was bad and blah, blah, blah. And then after that, there were a string of bad Sonic games. Some not so bad, just didn't do very good. Like, some were critically okay. Like, critics were, like, cool with it, but didn't make a lot of money
that
and
also
stuff.
don't really mean much of shit.
Yeah. And then Sonic Boom came out, which ruined the Sonic franchise for a lot of people because, like, they made their legs taller, and Knuckles, who's, like, the kind of brute guy, they made his body a little wider and stuff like that, kind of made him look like a brutish guy, but his legs were still tall, like Sonic and everyone that they made in this game, but skinny. So they were like, so he just skipped leg day. Like, there was so many jokes about it, and it's bad. It's bad. You can look up a picture of him if you want on your phone. It's Sonic Boom. But they made a TV series for it, a cartoon series and stuff. And I heard the cartoon series was okay, and kids liked it a little bit. And then they made some handheld Sonic games for it. But it's just, a lot of people did not like that.
Apparently there's an anime of it, too.
Oh, that's an old one. But, there you go. Sonic Boom Knuckles. Click it. Yeah, this one. That's Sonic Boom Knuckles. That's regular Knuckles. That's Sonic Boom Knuckles. He's really tall and skinny.
Like fucking goofy looking.
Yeah, I guess if you're not a super fan of Sonic, though, it's not gonna matter to you. You're just gonna be like, okay, looks,
It is goofy.
But, it's just one of it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And then when the Switch came out, they released Sonic Mania and they released Sonic Forces. Sonic Mania was a 2D like new Sonic and stuff, basically like old game design and stuff like that. Because a lot of people were like, why don't you just make the old, people like indie games and stuff like that nowadays where they go back in that old retro style. Why don't you just make old Sonic again? So they did, Sonic Mania. And it's pretty good. And Sonic Forces was pretty good too, and it was 3D and arcadey, just like the old Sonic 3D games. And people like that, and they haven't made a new Sonic game yet. They made racing games and stuff, but the movie, I think, is gonna save Sonic. And that's a hot take.
And you know why it's gonna save Sonic?
Because of kids, probably, but
because they listen to the people.
Yes, 100%.
They literally. Anyone who ever talks shit about fucking Sonic, they rebuilt the whole fucking movie.
Basically, you know how they had to go through
every frame and reanimate fucking Sonic
100%.
Which, to the point, he did look like a fucking retard.
Oh, he looked stupid. I hated the way Sonic looked.
They made him try to look like a real hedgehog rather than the classic Sonic.
Yeah, they made his eyes small and beady. They gave him teeth. And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" When he smiled, they were like, "Hold on, Sonic has teeth." If you look up a picture of him, like he might be smiling or something, and you
but
can
it's
see
like
the teeth.
straight.
Yeah, it's just a straight line and stuff. Like
they give him like
it's the cartoony teeth.
The thing is the whole point is that he's coming from another dimension. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to look like a real hedgehog.
Yeah, 100%. Have you guys seen the movie? By the way,
I haven't seen it, but I've seen a lot of shit on it.
It's not bad. I'll say real quick. It's obviously made for kids. It's obviously made for a younger generation to kind of get them into Sonic. But it has a lot of Easter eggs for comic book fans, especially because that was one of the comic books I had when I was a kid. I had me and my brother collected, especially my brother, collected a fuck ton of Sonic comics. And it's got a lot of Easter eggs for Sonic, like comic fans and video game fans and stuff. But it's very much made for a younger audience. So it's, it's a little corny and stuff like that. And Jim Carrey's over the top like he was back in the 90s, and a lot of people were happy about that because a lot of people like 90s Jim Carrey.
Oh, I love love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, him acting fucking ridiculous and shit.
He always goes fucking 110%
above and
with
beyond
any character he does.
And so I think it's a really good movie, and it's actually well, I'll get in that in a minute. Go on with what you were saying here.
I was gonna say, if anybody ever talks shit about Sonic looking bad, they redid the movie for you. You have to go fucking watch it.
You can't. That was my thing. I was like, even if I don't like the movie, I was one of the people that signed a petition. I was one of the people. I was one of the people on Twitter being like, dude, come on now. And I was spreading like the petition on Facebook and Twitter and shit. I was like, I'm surprised I didn't make a YouTube video over it because I was like, hardcore like, oh my god, that's horrible. And then they fixed it. And so I was like, once they fixed it, once they said they were going to fix it, I was like, even if they fix it and it's worse, I was like, they're trying to fix it. And they're making the effort, spending extra money.
They did a great job.
Great
fucking job of fixing it.
The guy they got to do it is the guy that they also got to do the art for Sonic on Sonic Mania, the new old retro Sonic game. They got him to come in and they were like, basically, can you do it in 3D? Like, can you do a good Sonic in 3D? Like, let's see and stuff. And
he's like,
he worked with the artist.
And then he fucking did it.
He actually had, the reason why they used him is he tweeted out his own rendition of it. He took the other one in, like, I guess in the Photoshop.
Is that the one with like the rockets coming at him?
No.
Oh, I mean, there is one where like it shows the old.
Oh yeah.
Sonic,
He did do. Okay, I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah, there's like fucking 10 rockets everywhere, all around him.
Yeah, he redid that, and he redid a few scenes and stuff with his model, his character model and stuff. And they were like, come on in. And it's really good. A lot of point of contention among some Sonic fans is Sonic technically has one eye.
Yeah, it's like connected.
It's just like his brow was like way down and stuff. It's cartoony, and they connected it on the movie still, but that's because in CGI, it probably would have looked a little weird to have the one eye like that. So, I think it was smart of them to do that. But yeah, and then they made him, because his fur, his body fur, and his arm fur and everything was white. They didn't give him gloves in the original art. and this time around he has gloves. He's got tan fur right
And
here and everything.
the sneakers that they gave him was
the sneakers
all
were
fucked up.
Yeah, because they had partnered with Puma, and the original shoes that Puma did with Sonic, and put him on the first model were like.
Or he was sitting
even,
on top of the bridge and had his feet.
Yeah, they weren't.
Feet out in front of him.
They definitely were not Sonic shoes or even related. And then they redid, since they went for more of a classic Sonic look. They went for more of a classic shoe look for Puma as well.
Yeah.
So it's basically a slip-on with a white strap over it, just like Sonic wears. And obviously, he doesn't. Spoiler alert: he doesn't wear those shoes till about halfway through the movie. Because at first, the reason he gets the shoes is because a little girl.
Fuck.
No, you don't know who the little girl is or anything like that. So she sees the spoiler alert. she sees his shoes though. It's a sad little moment there because she sees his shoes, and she's like his are worn out and like fucked up, and she's like, dude, like he needs new shoes. So
Let me get his new kicks, homie.
Yeah, and yeah, but I thought it was a really good movie, but I think it's gonna save the franchise. And one of the things I was gonna say a minute ago is it is the highest opening for a video game movie ever, and slated to be the highest grossing video game movie of all time. And that's including Resident Evil movies and stuff, because a lot of people don't think about those when they think of video game movies, but Resident Evil is based on a video game. And the movies are odd, but
You said to read the shit.
But
yeah, I don't have my notes.
So I think it does good because it's gonna do good for video game movies. Because video game movies in the past haven't been video game movies in the past haven't always done great, and it's not always because they're the worst movies. It's just for some reason critically they're not always that great, and obviously they don't reach the wider audience because video gaming is just now becoming as big as it is.
And here's the big problem with it is when people it's easier to make movies into video games than the other way around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's because people watch the movies and it's easy to be like, all right, well here's a video game that goes with the storyline of the movie. But when you have a game, especially like Sonic, that don't really have a storyline, it's just you fucking run through these levels.
Here's the bad guy. He's doing this. Hit him. Hit him 3 times. Boss fight's over.
And so Sonic, you really have nothing to go off of to make a movie.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
they've given him a story in the video games, but
see, and that's
you
the
don't
thing.
have to go by that because that's not.
And the thing about it is it's like people want the movie to be just like the video game, and it's just you just can't do that because the movie would be hours and hours and hours long.
Yeah, because video games are designed to hold your attention for X amount of double-digit hours at least.
Yes.
And
you just can't. You can't do it.
Movie.
You can't.
Not
Depending on depending on what video game it is, you can't do that, and that's where people don't understand that.
But it's Call of Duty,
which I'd like them to make.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool to make like
a
Captain Price movie. Yeah, that'd be fucking badass.
I think they should make if they're gonna make a movie about any Call of
Captain
Duty stuff.
Price.
It'd be easy. It's easy to cash in on Call of Duty as a movie because they could just make a war movie, throw some references or something.
Exactly.
But I'd really like it if they would go in and like do a prequel for Captain Price or something like that.
Yes, I want a video game, a prequel for Captain Price. After Modern Warfare came out about Captain Price, and it was like kind of before Modern Warfare. It was like how he kind of became who he was.
Yeah.
I want like from the fucking beginning, from like when he entered the army to fucking
like,
Modern Warfare.
How did he become this fucking badass that everyone knows?
I mean, that motherfucker's.
Everyone knows. The bad guys knew him. Like the bad guys know his name. So
I mean, it's fucking like you got to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'd be interested in that. But anyway, so I think Sonic's gonna save it. I think it's gonna because I know a lot of people. We're getting less video for a while there, like early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s. They threw out a lot of video game movies. Resident Evil, the Doom movie, early 2000s Doom movie.
With The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's.
That's over the top.
That's
To
pretty
be fair,
crazy.
it is a lot like Doom in the way that it is very over the top and ridiculous, and Doom
Yeah.
is like that. But that might be one of the only
They've
things.
got a series or like an animated movie on Netflix of Doom that I've seen,
Oh yeah, there
but
is
I
some.
haven't
That's
watched
recent.
it.
That's a new
yeah, that's
thing
like
recently.
a newer. Yeah, it's a newer one.
I haven't gotten
I
a
haven't
chance
watched
to watch
it,
it
though.
either. But either way, they were doing a lot then, and they kind of calmed it down with the video game movies. Like Super Mario Bros. Had one that was
I haven't
famously
watched
bad.
any of those.
Don't watch it.
See, the thing about it, and the reason this Sonic movie is gonna save it, and I don't know how many people know this, but Disney, okay, they are going to remake every old Disney classic movie. They remake it every
yeah, they're gonna remake them every
like
20, 30 years.
20 years, I think. So that way, every generation
Yeah,
can watch those movies, and that's
Yeah.
why they've been remaking all of them into live action movies. All the Aladdins, the Beauty and the Beast,
Lion
all of
King.
them. Lion King. That's legitimately what they said. I don't know how many
it's
people
smart.
actually know that. So Sonic doing this, bringing a new. I mean,
yeah,
Sonic's
that's what it
old.
does. Yeah,
Sonic making a movie, it's gonna have the new generation
Mhm.
into it. New generation's gonna be like, oh, I like to play that game, and you know what? This is gonna fucking work.
we already have the content out there, so you can play it. Or I'm sure they'll make a new
They will
one
make.
now that.
I guarantee you, they'll make a new one.
Yeah.
Especially after this movie.
Yeah, they can even make a video game based on the movie that's based
Yeah.
on the video game. Because it's already a video game series, all they have to do is be like, okay, here's the things that make Sonic good, put it into a video game, put it in the animation of the movie,
Yep.
and put the same story in the movie.
Yep.
Boom. There you go, you're off. But, you can thank me later, game devs.
I'm expecting the check by mail.
Yep.
Or
Royalties,
PayPal.
please, from all the sales. But yeah, exactly. That's why it's gonna save the Sonic franchise, and that's also kind of why it's gonna save the idea of video games being movies, because now they're gonna realize when they see this, like, oh wait. So we can't make these things corny and stuff. If we market them toward a younger audience,
As long as you don't fuck them up too bad.
yeah. If they market them toward a younger audience, don't just completely ignore the source material, because that's what also kills a lot of video game movies, is they ignore the source material and they just make a movie that looks like the video game with same characters and stuff, and throw a filler story in there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they did with Sonic, I'm not gonna lie. If you look at the story for Sonic, it is kind of cut and dry a little bit. It's CGI character plus famous live action actor go on a journey together for some reason. And then you implement the Sonic things, like the Sonic reason is Sonic loses his rings and he's got to find his rings. It's not a spoiler alert, it happens very early in the movie. But he loses his rings, he's got to go find his rings, because if you play Sonic, the rings are important to him, and the reason they're important to him in the game, some of the games, some of the comics, and in the movie specifically, is he can throw them up, think of wherever he wants to go, and they can teleport him there, whether it's another realm or whatever. And so that's powerful. But
Oh yeah.
so he goes there. Now throw in the bad guy of the games. Boom, and it's good. You know, it is a very cut and dry story, but they can do that with that because it's just, you know, that's just the type of thing it is. But you can't do that with every video game.
It's Scorpion, ain't it?
Yeah, and they try to do that with every.
It's Scorpion.
They try to do that with every video game too, like every video game movie for some reason. Except for Resident Evil. Resident Evil sticks to its source material a little bit,
Yeah.
but then it got over the top. Like, the first 2 or 3 Resident Evil movies really good, and the last 2 or 3 or 4, I think it has 6 movies. Does it have 7?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so the last 4 movies are trash when you compare it to the video game. They're still cool and they're still action packed.
I think
they're like Fast
yeah,
and Furious.
but I think
and
like
enjoyable.
at the beginning they were probably trying to make it like the video game, but I think after that, which to their, you know, to give them some credit, I mean Resident Evil, though it was a video game, it still makes a fucking badass movie.
It does, and I like the movies, but I can see where a lot of video game fans kind of get away from it because they're like.
But I think they got away from it being a video game on purpose. I don't think they were initially. I think initially they were trying to make it like a video game, but I think after that they were like, you know what, this is gonna be a pretty good movie. Let's just kind of go with it.
And also, I don't think a lot of people don't understand. To me, the video games of Resident Evil got away from what Resident Evil originally was. It was a horror zombie game, made zombies really popular, or at least partially,
and
deserve some credit for that.
Those are like insane zombies too. They weren't like.
Well, that's the thing. Early on, they were regular zombies, and then when
they
get later,
fucking got
they get
fucking
and that's
mutated
where people
and
started
shit,
disliking the video games. That's why they went back on that in 7, made it more of a horror game and stuff. And I think that's the way if they want to do more Resident Evil movies in the future, which this last one was supposed to be the last one of this story at least. I'm sure they'll do more Resident Evil movies. Because it's a zombie movie, and why not cash in on that?
People eat up fucking zombie movies.
They always will, because it's insane. But
rednecks are going to be like, yeah, buddy, shoot the zombies.
Exactly. It's always fucking, yeah, kill them, motherfucker.
Oh, grab the shotgun.
But, so I'm sure they will, but I think if they do another movie, they should do what they did with 7 with the movies as well. Make it more of a horror thing and go with more of that. Because you don't get many scary zombie movies anymore. Now it's almost always like action, survival. You don't get a whole lot of scary stuff with zombies. Or Zombieland, which is zombie comedy thing. World War Z was good.
It's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was
scary. Have you played the game?
It was more serious. I haven't played the game. I read the book
I heard
it's based on.
It's pretty wicked.
I actually read some of the book too. But, yeah.
Fucking read them.
Check mark this.
Whoa!
I actually read it back in high school a little bit. I read World War Z. I think it was World War Z. But, the video game is supposed to be pretty fucking intense.
Yeah.
I just now realized what the video game was. I didn't think about it.
They just came out with it not too long ago.
It just came out.
Yeah,
it's like a Left 4 Dead style.
Yeah, but it's like, it ain't, it's like, kind of like a Left 4 Dead style, but
it's
it's
just
like...
Left 4 Dead, this is like 4-player co-op is what I mean.
But it's like fucking...
Yeah, insane amounts of zombies
like
and stuff
the
like
zombies like are hordes and hordes of them, and they just fucking run at you.
I heard a lot of people say it was repetitive, but part of me was like, it's zombies. What are you gonna do to make it not repetitive?
Left 4 Dead is one of the biggest zombie games ever, and you know how fucking repetitive Left 4 Dead is.
You're literally just going through each level,
killing fucking zombies, bro.
Like it's that's what this is. So now I haven't played the game, so I don't know if it actually is.
Is it 4-player co-op?
Yeah, it's cool.
We need to hop on that. I think.
Yeah, I mean I'd be into it. It's on Epic Game Store and Steam.
Is it?
I've heard from people it runs better on Epic Game Store, but so far it seems like that's just true for a lot of the games. But I don't know. I'm not starting that war.
That'd be good.
Don't click away yet. I'm not starting that war. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. All right.
But it's more like Left 4 Dead. It's more arcade.
Mm-hmm. Left 4 Dead movie.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
That'd be if they focus on like 4 people trying to survive, 4 people specifically.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
But like I said, Left 4 Dead is more arcade, not really super like art. It's more cartoony, kind of game. And I'm pretty sure World War Z is more like fucking real life.
Yeah, World War Z
survival. Fucking like
it's taking the like Resident Evil style zombies where they're kind of insane, like crazy zombies and stuff like that.
And like you get fucking hordes of like 200 of them just.
Yeah. It's kind of. It's not that necessarily that they're smart or intense or anything. It's more so that they're more hive-minded, and so they work together.
And they fucking want to
like climbing fucking shit together and stuff like that. It's just
climbing. They're like ants.
Yeah,
they're like a pack of ants, but it's fucking zombies.
Exactly. So
like they're gonna want to cross the river. They'll huddle together, make a goddamn raft, and
go across that damn river. One of them is an oar.
rip a fucking arm off and fucking paddle across. I mean that shit's. I mean they're fucking 100-foot wall. We'll just fucking get 1,000 of us and climb up that motherfucker.
We'll make a ladder.
Yeah, I mean that shit's. I mean, the movie is great. I love the movie, honestly. And I want to play the game. I know it just came out, and I've seen a few things on it.
Yeah, I'd be into playing the game. Having said all this stuff, I do want to hit real quick on the fact that we have a few video game movies announced. One of them is the Uncharted video game series. And a lot of people,
down for it,
the video games are pretty much movies.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally playing. You're playing through a movie.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like the movie. The games do really well. They sell well and they do critically well. But I do know some people out there like, well, it's just a bunch of action time events and climbing and stuff. And I'm saying like, yeah, but the story is what.
That's what the game is. It's a fucking story.
It's a platformer and it's the story. That's all it is.
And you could make. God, that movie would be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I also heard. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna say what was your next one.
I was gonna continue talking about Uncharted, but
Oh.
if you want another one, you can go ahead and throw it out there, and then we'll go back.
Were
to
they?
Uncharted.
Are they making an Assassin's Creed movie?
They already did.
Did they? Okay,
Yeah,
I
with
thought they
Michael
did.
Fassbender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you know a good one I was thinking
I'll
of?
get to that in a minute.
The
Assassin's
Last
Creed.
of Us.
Last of Us would be another one. That's another Naughty Dog one too.
Yeah. That
And
would
if
be
they're making
sick.
Uncharted, and that's a Naughty Dog one, if it does good, I would not be surprised if
I
they
bet
went
they do.
back to Naughty Dog.
It's
and
all,
give us
dude.
another
They're
one.
just Naughty Dog is just good at making stories.
Jack and
fucking
Daxter.
real.
Jack and Dexter's
And
Naughty Dog.
you're
game.
literally playing through a story. Like all
Yeah.
of their game, a lot of their games are just fucking stories that
Yeah,
you
it's
play
really,
through.
and they tend to do the platformer thing because Uncharted and Jack and Daxter are both platformers. Last of Us obviously isn't. It's a little bit more zombie survival,
Yeah.
but
Isn't it
Last of
like
Us is beautiful,
apocalypse kind of shit?
yeah,
Like
that story is fantastic. Have you guys played Last of Us?
I've watched a lot. Of it.
PlayStation only, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
I've watched
Last
a
of
lot
Us 2 is
people
going to be
play
PlayStation only as
I
well.
don't have PlayStation.
But
Yeah,
I have to sit
it's
you
okay,
guys-
man. Not a lot of people do.
we'll have to. Oh yeah, not a lot of people do, even though it outsold Xbox One by like almost double at some point. But
Fake news.
oh,
Fake
fake
news.
news, my bad. But
Fake
I'll have to.
news.
I have to set you. We'll do a YouTube series at some point where I set you guys down and like.
I want to play it.
I'll get you guys on my PlayStation.
I'll
Last of Us
100%.
is good.
I'll 100% be down. I've always, wanted to play it. When
Yeah.
I had a PlayStation, PS3,
If you got,
Uncharted first
Yeah.
came out. I played the demo of it.
Yeah,
that was
I-
on there because I never bought it. But
I know you guys right now are all about that Xbox, but
well,
if you
not
save
really.
up to,
PC.
yeah, if you
PC. I just
save
have an
up and-
Xbox just because I've had it for years.
Yeah.
if you save up to get that PS5, it's backwards compatible. So all those PS4 games that you didn't get to play, you could play again. And I'm gonna have PS5 and be streaming PS5 games because there's gonna be some exclusives still.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, it's
they're
like
trying.
God
They're
of
trying
War.
to. They're all trying to get away from it a little bit, but
I don't
They've
think that's,
still got-
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
well, Naughty Dog is owned by Sony, so obviously that's always gonna be.
I know that's what I'm
Sony
saying. Like,
exclusive.
there's always gonna be.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's what gets
And
people to
same with-
buy them.
yeah, same with Microsoft. Microsoft has
Gears
one,
of War.
Yeah, has ones that it's owned. You can play them on PC, but that's because Microsoft owns
Microsoft
Windows. So
I mean, when you have that much fucking money.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they get to spread their games on multiple platforms, but PlayStation has PlayStation, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
They've
But-
all got their own games that make them
Yeah.
unique and fun to play.
oh yeah, for sure. Like that.
I'm not hating against PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just saying that I've had an Xbox One whenever the Xbox One and the PS4 first came out.
Mhm.
Nobody knew which one was better
Yeah.
until they actually came out, and so I just have not wanted to spend the extra $300 to buy a fucking PS4.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when
that's-
PS5 comes out, will I buy it? Nah, probably not. Am I gonna buy the Xbox? Probably fucking not. I got a PC.
He's already locked on
I
that
done
PC.
spent too much fucking money on that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. You can come to my channels for the PS5 content. Anyways, but going back to it though, so Tom Holland,
Yeah.
Spider-Man and everything is supposed to be Nathan Drake, and the reason why is because they're going with younger Nathan Drake because Uncharted 4 does a lot of flashback type stuff, and to be fair, the character kind of looks like Tom Holland
Yeah.
a little bit, and that was before Tom Holland got big, so that's kind of weird, but.
And Tom Holland's honestly a fucking good actor.
He's a damn good actor
Damn good.
for
Like
as young
Spider-Man,
as he is.
he's
Yeah,
fucking
he's fantastic,
legit,
dude.
bro.
And Nathan Drake is very charismatic. Tom Holland is and everything. So I think it's a perfect match. It's weird though because he said, and this was like a couple weeks ago when he said this, because Tom Holland's famous for spilling the beans
Yeah.
all the time when he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But he said that Uncharted is still directorless, and they have 4 months to go.
Oh.
Before they start filming. So I was like, why is there even a schedule if there's no director? So we'll see how that mess turns out. Because that's sounding like a mess already. But if they get the right director, it might not.
Michael Bay.
And, God damn it.
Dude.
No explosions, bro.
They'd
Come
be
on now.
He's like, cool guys, don't look at explosions.
It'd be very cinematic like Uncharted is.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, it'd be.
And Uncharted has its share of explosions.
There'd be a lot of
I don't think
explosions.
it'd be too bad.
I don't think it'd be horrible, but
I don't think.
I don't know. If we were going to go for more of the meme directors, which I love this director, but if we were going to go for more of the meme directors, I'd definitely go J.J. Abrams instead. And I think J.J. Abrams could do something cool with Uncharted.
What
but,
does he do?
Star Wars 7, 9.
I don't fucking pay attention to actors. Taylor didn't know that either.
Cloverfield,
No, I
all
don't
the
know that.
Cloverfield movies.
Oh, yeah.
I just know Michael Bay from Explosions.
Yeah, we just know Michael Bay because it's
That's
like...
it. I mean,
Michael
Michael Bay is the
Bay!
biggest meme, but J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams is in there because he likes to use lens flare like Michael Bay does, and he also is. He made no, that was Zack Snyder. My bad. Zack Snyder's another meme one because of all his CGI. He really likes CGI, which I don't blame him. Shit looks good nowadays if you know.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you do it right.
Yeah, if they do it right. But
Yeah.
he made Sucker Punch, and I loved Sucker Punch.
I like Sucker. That
a
was
lot
actually...
of people shit on it because like
Yeah.
that CGI is not that great, and I'm like,
It was fun. Back in...
for the time,
For the time? Dude, that shit was
it still holds up. Like
That shit
pretty
was
good.
legit. I don't know if
Yeah.
you ever watched that.
Which one?
Sucker Punch. It's about that one girl,
Yeah, she's like in an insane asylum.
Insane
but
asylum,
she's,
but she,
seeing
like-
crazy shit.
and she like goes like everything that she's doing. It's like
It's like a metaphor for what she's actually having.
yeah,
to
she like
do.
goes through like
to
these
get out.
action shit, but it's like
Yeah, it
what's
goes into
a-
crazy
what's a
action
good-
sequences. The most famous like sequence from there is she fights giant like statue samurais, and like the most famous scene from there is like she like jumps up and like flips through the air like between two of their swords, like
Yeah.
cutting at the same time.
there's another movie that's kind of like that too.
Matrix.
Well, I guess that's true.
Matrix 4. You guys ever played Matrix video? Matrix
have not
video?
played
games?
any of the Matrix
I've played the
videos.
Matrix games before. They were
They're
fun.
they're silly, because they
They're
make
super fun.
you. He's like, I don't know about that word, but
I just fucking like
yeah, they
because
want.
you can go in slow motion.
Yeah,
like,
they embrace
at
the
any
slow
time.
motion thing like quite
Mhm.
a bit in those
It was
videos.
fucking
I mean,
fun.
you got to. It's
Yeah.
fucking Matrix, man.
I would just be doing cartwheels, fucking
Yeah.
slow motion
You're
shit
just like
for fun. Yeah.
Another video game movie that's recently announced, got a director and everything. This is a big one for me, boys. This is a big one for me.
Is it gonna be what I think it is?
Borderlands.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Borderlands.
Not what I thought it was.
And the director is going to be Eli Roth. Now, I don't know. Do you guys know
No,
who Eli
I have
Roth
no
is?
clue. I don't even know who fucking J.J. Abrams was. Why the fuck would I know who Eli Roth?
I'll bring up some movies of his. There's one recently, though, that you may have seen. It was like kind of known for its gore. It's called Green something. I didn't see it, though. But Eli Roth is known for gory movies. Sometimes funnier, kind of weird humor and stuff like that.
Well, that's fucking made for fucking Borderlands,
Exactly.
bro.
I was like, that's perfect. You picked the perfect one. Hostel. He made Hostel.
Hostel
Green
wasn't bad.
Inferno. This Knock movie with Keanu Reeves recently. Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay, yep. That's all I had to.
When I said that's
We got
immediately what I
one job
thought.
and one job only: killing Nazis.
I couldn't think of it till just now,
That was
but
good.
in my head when I heard Eli Roth, that's the first movie that popped in my head because I was like, I know that's the perfect one, and I could see Brad Pitt. I just couldn't fucking put the movie together. But Inglourious Bastards is World War II Borderlands. Like it's humor, it's
yeah,
fucking
he's like,
gore,
I want
it's
100
insane.
Nazi scalps.
But so he's the perfect director to me. I think he needs to go more toward the humorous side because
Oh, I
Borderlands has gore and stuff like that, but it definitely
It's made to be
cares
fucking
more about funny,
yeah.
like adult humor and stuff. But I'm 100% confident in that. When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's gonna be the best-selling video game movie of all time. Just because Borderlands is huge right now, and Eli Roth has got his own fan base of people that are like fucking viciously loyal, and then it's just a perfect storm to be a good video game movie.
Oh, but
As long as like the movie studio, whoever they get, doesn't like, because that's a lot of the problem with it is the movie studio is often coming and they're like, well, you can't do this and you
Yeah.
can't do that, and and I think Eli Roth will get his way though, because he makes fucking Inglourious Bastards and shit. Like he obviously gets his way because a lot of studios would not have allowed Inglourious Bastards. So
well, that was also made before there were a bunch of snowflakes too.
I mean, the movies have always been weird about
Yeah.
shit like that. Like they had to be cult movies to do that, but Glorious Bastards wasn't. That was in theaters, right there for you to see.
Yeah.
Right there for you to see some Nazi scalps.
What's that
But-
one I was telling you to watch? It's like Somner or something.
Midsummer.
Yeah, have you
It's
seen
a
that?
weird movie, man. Yeah, I saw it.
Like
it's fucked
that's
up.
like I watched it
Yeah,
and
suicide
that
shit.
legitimately like scared
Shook
me
you a little bit. Yeah,
Like, cause it's like
because that's stuff that
it's
can
real.
happen.
It's real fucking life. Like
Yeah.
it's a fucking cult.
Yeah. Well, not in real life, but that's.
Maybe.
I just want to make sure that there's a lot of people out there that think that specific thing is real, and that specific thing could be happening, but the Midsummer Festival
Oh, where
in
they
S-
take people
over
yeah.
there in Sweden is not like that. If
Oh
anything,
yeah,
if
I don't
anything,
think
it's
the
more,
festival's like that, but I think
Yeah.
there's actually a cult out there that fucking does that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, I'm sure there are.
That's what
sure
I'm saying.
Most
I think
of those cults fly under the radar until they do something big, and then
Like
it's like,
that.
yeah.
They're like that movie. Like I watched it and I was like the whole time I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I mean, it was like legitimately. I was like, that kind of scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like I don't get fucking scared by movies.
Yeah.
Just like you, like it's a fucking movie. I know it's all fake, but
Yeah.
that one I was like, dude, that shit like.
It
That
is,
shit's fucking real.
It's one of those ones that's very jarring because it shows you, oh shit, wait, I could do this. Me and my friends could go to a vacation somewhere, and this could end up happening.
Dude, it
There's
was
no
like-
way out.
I'd recommend. Well, it's a good movie.
It's a fantastic movie. It's
But
made
man,
by
it's rough.
the dude who makes what's that movie? It starts with an H. Hereditary.
Oh,
I haven't watched that one.
You didn't watch Hereditary?
I haven't even heard of it.
It's another one. It's very much like that
Yeah.
kind of as well, but a lot more supernatural. Definitely takes on it's still cultish, but goes more into supernatural and stuff. Have you seen it? Because you laughed about it.
I haven't seen it. I've
You just
seen the
know about
trailer for it.
Yeah, there's an
I
ugly little
decided
girl
not
on
to
there.
watch it.
Um,
I'm just like, man.
I'm sorry to her, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they made her look like that on purpose for the movie. If she really looks like that, I apologize, but I don't know, man. But
Well, there goes all our listeners.
there goes everything.
Thank you for showing up for the
Come
10
on, man.
episodes.
But
Made it further than I thought.
going back to it though, Assassin's Creed. Apparently, it was a bad movie. I still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Apparently
I
it's a
want to
pretty
watch
bad
it
movie.
though.
Michael Fassbender even feels like it's kind of a bad movie. And
Well, I can't say I'd be the judge of that because I like all movies, but I mean it's just like Superman.
like I'll
Superman
like it.
versus Batman. Let's take that for a
oh yeah,
example.
People hate that, and I fucking love that movie.
Yes, they're like, oh, it's boring, but like, dude,
My friends and
I'm just gonna say Batman's favorite fucking superhero. Well, not even superhero.
Yeah.
He's really just a hero that's a fucking badass.
yeah,
A guy with money
yeah,
who knows fucking kung fu and jujitsu and shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking ninja. But he's my favorite superhero character
Yeah.
of all time. There's literally comics where he could literally kill any if he wanted to.
It's already established.
Yeah.
He has contingencies in place for every Justice League member.
It don't
Kill 'em
matter.
all.
Like I mean, there's the thing where people are like, "What if he went up against the Hulk?" And people say Batman would win.
Yeah, DC and Marvel clashed way back in '90s or '80s.
Long time ago.
One
man.
time, and I don't know if he fought Hulk. Superman fought Hulk, I think.
He's kind of
But I know
bad.
Superman also lifted Thor's hammer and shit too, so that was pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, it's
But,
Superman. He's kind of like the good.
Oh yeah,
Which there's
he's
also
the
something where he kind of goes evil.
Injustice. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Injustice storyline. But
But I'm just saying, like, is it a series or I know it's in the comic books where he's got like a list of all the superheroes' weaknesses.
oh yeah, I mean,
and then all
that's in everything, comic
yeah.
books and everything. He
and then
has
all the
that.
villains get it. Doesn't like the Joker get it or something?
No, I think is it Brainiac? I think Brainiac gets it. Somebody gets it and like
Yeah.
basically sends out
Yeah.
things to fight them, like clones of the
Yeah.
the
Of themselves,
of
kind of,
them,
ain't
yeah,
it?
of
Yeah.
themselves.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
there's even a movie. There's an animated movie on it as well.
And I love, man, Batman's my favorite. And everyone's like, oh, that movie's so boring, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
dude, not every movie has to be just fucking action all
Well,
the time.
The thing,
And there was a lot of action in it. It's not like it was
Yeah,
super
it was.
boring. You just have to be, I feel like you have to be like a real Batman fan
yeah.
to like that movie.
And on top of that, there's a lot of people that just do or don't like it because straight, they pick one side over the other, and
Yeah,
they're like,
and
oh, I
that
don't like
too.
that he did this or blah blah. And
Like,
then,
oh, he couldn't actually do
Yeah,
that to Superman, but motherfucker, he can.
since we brought it up, I gotta address it because I got friends who I know listen to this once in a while, who give me shit for it because I don't think it's bad writing. Maybe lazy writing. I don't think it's bad writing necessarily, but the whole Martha thing when he was like, when Batman's about to kill Superman and he says, I gotta save Martha, and Batman gets stopped because that's his mother's name as well. And people make fun of that all the time. Like, that's so stupid and blah, blah. I have friends specifically who think that's stupid and all kinds of stuff. I don't think that's stupid. It's his mother's name, and when he hears it, it jars him because he's like, who the fuck do you know named Martha? He's like, you shouldn't know anyone named...
Yeah, that's
you
not
know,
stupid.
You shouldn't know that information, basically. And so he stops, and he's like, what? And then he tells him, my mother, I'm doing this to save my mother, Martha. She's, right upstairs, basically, in this building right here.
I mean, it's just like, that's, anybody would do that.
Yeah. If I don't know you and I'm fighting you, and you say my mom's name, or a family member, or even a person I like's name.
See, the thing is, it's either going to go two ways. Either I'm going to be like, who the fuck is that? Or I'm going to be like, you bitch. And fucking kill you either way.
Yeah, and I think that's what people wanted to happen. They were like, well, they should show Batman almost had him. Why not?
Because that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That would end the movie right there.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be the end of it.
And I guess people want that kind of, I don't know. But either way, I still don't think it's stupid. To me, it makes sense. It would jar anyone. Anybody in that situation.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I know a lot of people are going to argue with you. People have argued with me on it before.
I mean, I wouldn't even, you said lazy. I wouldn't even call that lazy writing. I think that's...
I mean, I feel like that...
I think it's kind of
to me, that's
genius.
not lazy writing because that had to be the setup of it.
I mean, it was either...
Then I know some people
There's
are
not
mad.
very many things that you could put in that situation that would make him fucking stop killing them.
And then some people are mad because Lois Lane picks up the spear or whatever and throws it into the water, and then they have to go back in the water and get it after that. To me, that still makes sense from a narrative standpoint because she's trying to help Superman.
Yeah.
And so to her, the only way to help is fucking throw the thing away. Because she's not going to stab it through fucking Batman. She's not that strong. So she's, especially with his armor and shit, there's no way.
Super armor
she's
suit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the only thing that can kill Superman.
Yeah, she knows that makes him weak.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think people are just nitpicking.
Exactly. And that's all it is. And I've got a few friends who would acknowledge that they are nitpicking. I do have a couple friends who would be like, yeah, that's neither here nor there. It's just...
People want to argue, I think.
Something, but to me that makes sense.
I'm the same way. I argue with everything.
To me that makes sense. I was like, what are you going to do? You can't kill either one of these motherfuckers. What are you going to do to help the one that you think is a good guy, though? You got to help him somehow. Fucking throw the thing away. Throw it. And she throws it in the water. What the fuck's the big deal? That's all she can do. What is she going to do? Take the fucking thing and eat it? She can't. She's got to throw it away. And so she throws it away, and then they're like, oh, but now they got to go back and get it. Yeah, because they were like, oh, wait, this thing is made of this from the same fucking...
Somebody fucking finds this shit?
Yeah, this thing is also Doomsday's fucking...
Yeah.
Is his weakness.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So now we got to fucking get the thing back. Yeah, makes sense. 100%.
Which, thing about Doomsday also is... Which you know this. I don't know if you know this.
No.
Doomsday... was pretty much made to kill Superman.
Yeah.
Like, you kill Doomsday, he comes back even stronger and cannot be
like
killed. He cannot be killed twice the same way.
Yeah.
So you kill him one way, he comes back, you can't kill him the same way because he knows that's how he died and he won't ever let it happen
He's
again.
like goddamn Super Saiyan.
And so, like, you can kill him a million times and it's just the same battle.
Like,
you can't kill him.
That does sound like Goku now.
But that's 100% how he is. They always either have to shoot him off into space, contain him, or do this or do that to get rid of him.
I mean, he keeps coming back. You can't kill him.
Any way to trap him forever?
No.
Yeah, I mean they've trapped him before,
Yeah.
but
He gets out.
something
I mean,
always gets him out.
He's a big ass fucking dude.
Yeah, but I guess get back on topic. Either way, so Assassin's Creed, though apparently wasn't that good. I still haven't seen it. I don't believe it. It's just the way I like the Assassin's Creed lore,
like, my favorite thing is sneaking around and killing people.
Yeah.
There's a game called Thief.
Yeah, I love Thief.
Where you literally, that's
Did you
what it
play the
is.
old ones, or did you play one on PS4?
PS3. Or Xbox. I played it on my Xbox.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was an exclusive or not.
No.
No, it's on Xbox.
Okay.
I watched him play
Actually,
it.
I've got the game actually at the house. I just have
That's one of the first PS4 games I had.
And that was fun. Like,
That's
it was like,
fantastic,
the front of it was just like, wasn't it like a dude's face and it said
his
Thief?
eyes. Yeah, Thief.
Yeah, that's one
It's based on an old PC game.
And it's like, literally, you sneak around and you've got a bow and with a bunch of different arrow tips that do different shit, and you just
And the arrow tips actually make sense, too, because at first I was like, a water arrow tip, but it's a little jar of water on the end that breaks when it...
I mean, it's set back in the fucking...
Yeah, like...
Renaissance kind of shit,
1400s. Yeah. Oh, no, I love Thief.
Great game.
Mm.
I love
That
any
would be a
kind of
movie.
sneaking around game.
Yeah.
Don't matter what Call of Duty. My favorite missions
Oh,
are
sneaking.
fucking having a silencer and
fucking
sneaking through places.
Laying through the grass and the tanks are like rolling over you.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I like Ghost so much, and nobody else liked Call of Duty Ghost.
I love Ghost.
That's one of the reasons I liked it so much. One, you had your dog companion, which was kind of cool to control him.
Yeah.
I'll give it, it's a little gimmicky, but I liked it. But then most of the missions were stealth Like, it had more stealth missions than any of
And
the
I
other
love
Call of
that's
Duty.
my favorite. Oh, that's
Yeah.
my favorite thing.
Exactly, but either way, so
Assassin's Creed, I think will be.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like people, there's always gonna be people talking shit about it, and
Yeah.
but I'm like, how can? It's hard to mess up a movie like that.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that, and I'm pretty sure they did it too, in the movie, but I haven't seen it. I just heard, but they went with a different character or whatever, and different person's ancestors and stuff, and I think that's the best way to do it, because if they run into the problem of if they do a movie on Desmond's ancestors, like from the first 3 Assassin's Creed games and stuff like that, like because you play as
Ezio.
no, Ezio is one of his ancestors.
Oh.
Desmond is the guy in modern day
Yeah. I
And,
forgot about that part.
Yeah, because most of the game isn't messing with that.
Yeah.
But
Also, what is it? 3? Assassin's Creed 3's got a big part to do.
yeah,
with
Assassin's
Desmond.
Creed 3 ends Desmond's.
Yeah. I remember doing a lot of shit where you get into the like the annex kind of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so if they would have gotten to any of that stuff or any of the stuff related to the games, because then they have to pay attention really heavily to the lore and everything. All they have to do is make sure they don't step on any of the main points in the story with a movie if they
It's
just
hard.
make a new character.
And that's true. But man, I give them. I can give them a little bit. It's especially with Assassin's Creed. Having ancestors like that to put that much information. If you
that's a
to
lot.
not
That's a
to
lot.
not make a new character to
Yeah.
have that much information. I mean, it's thousands of years of fucking ancestor information that you'd have to
Yeah.
put into a movie.
Yeah.
It'd be hard. Really,
It's a
hard
lot
to do.
easier to set up.
Especially
Set
when
it up for people who don't know Assassin's Creed and be like, here's a new character. He has a machine that he can look into. He can relive his past or whatever. And
especially that Assassin's Creed games you do not finish in a few hours.
No.
They're
They're long. There's a
Yeah.
long.
Double-
I didn't-
easily-
Even if you
Yeah.
do only story missions,
double digits.
Still very long.
Easy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Easy,
beat
easy.
mine.
he's like, oh,
I had beaten mine.
I did
Number 3, I played the. I
got
played the
far,
shit out
but-
of
That one
it.
was crazy, dude. Being a Native American assassin.
That one, yeah, that one was good too.
Yeah, that's number 3. I
What's-
think we had this debate before.
Did we have this debate before?
Number 3 is Native American.
Which I like that one too.
Number 2 is
Maybe it was
Ezio.
2. Yeah, number 2. Number
Okay.
2, I beat.
Yeah, that's number
Number
2 is
3,
lot
I
of
got a
people's
long
favorites.
way, which I love. Number 2 was number 3 was one of my favorite ones
Yeah.
too. I think they got this new one they came out with. I don't like too much.
I liked them, but they went more action RPG.
See, the problem is I don't like how they made where doesn't your weapons like deteriorate?
Yeah,
And there's, like,
durability.
Like 6 different bows you can have, and you gotta shoot them a certain way, and I just
Yeah.
like have a
It's a
fucking
little
set
convoluted.
sword, have your knife, they had that little gun in there, and that was all, and they did that in number 3 too, where it wasn't, and I love that, but I think the new one, the Egyptian one or whatever they did,
Yeah, Odyssey.
I
Odyssey
think
and Origins.
they put too much shit into it for me personally, but it was still good.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Yeah. Let's see, there's one more movie coming out. I can't remember what it was. They're Borderlands, Uncharted. They're working on another one. I can't remember what it is. I'm sure they're working on plenty that we don't know about.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. There's. Did you guys see the Max Payne movie? It's a Max Payne movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think I did.
It's Mark Wahlberg.
No.
It's really good.
Oh,
I really liked it.
Anything with Mark Wahlberg's usually
I
fucking good.
really
though.
liked it. Again, that's another one. It's usually critically that these movies don't do good. People that are looking for the technicality of it and stuff. But my thing is, like, video game stories aren't always fleshed out like movie stories are.
No.
It's usually something they come up with, like, here's the hero, here's the bad guy. What is he trying to beat the bad guy for? Okay, and they expand upon that idea. And I'm not saying that's all video games. I'm sure plenty of them start their stories in different ways. But generally, that's what a video game is. Hero, bad guy. And that's what a movie is, too. Except movies, they want the story to be 100% perfect. Nothing can step on anything. And video games don't really do that. Video game sequels retcon, which means, for those that don't know, change like pieces of the story and stuff like that all the time because of gameplay elements. They were like, oh, wait, we want the character to do this now in the sequel. Well, that doesn't make sense because of this in number 1. Well, let's just make it so.
But say then they add little details from number one
Yeah,
that you
exactly.
didn't have in number one or didn't know about.
Exactly, and you can do that. Movies,
It's harder to do that.
movies, they need that information right there because you might not get a sequel movie. So they need that information right
And you
there
know-
and stuff. And also, movie-going fans tend to have less of an attention span than, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to insult anyone, but movie-going fans have less of an attention
Y'all
span than
stupid.
video game fans because games keep you
I'm joking.
into it a lot longer, and there's a lot of things like
Yeah.
even Shadow of Mordor and
You
Shadow
have
of War
to.
where there's boring parts of those games. You just don't think about it being boring because you're seeing it as I'm traveling from point A to B or whatever.
And you know, to go back, fucking Fast and Furious. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, just like in number 4 or 5, it shows him going back to Tokyo Drift and Dom talking to I don't know what his name is.
Country
but-
Boy. I
yeah.
don't remember his name either.
Country Boy, that's what we'll call him. Dom goes back and talks to Country Boy, and you know
Jake?
that's a point. Maybe we'll call him Jake.
It's a normal.
Yeah, that's
white,
a very average.
white
ass
name.
White ass name.
Probably like Heath or something.
But
But he goes back.
It's a chat.
You know, he goes back and talks to him. You know, it shows him talking to him, and they don't show that in number 3. You
Yeah.
know, and it's just sometimes you just have to do that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. So, I guess at the end of the day, it's just one of those things that critics don't seem to not like. Jesus Christ. Critics don't like video game movies for some reason so far. Fans do and don't.
Sean Boswell.
It says his name in the... Sean, is it Sean?
His name's Lucas. No, it is Sean. Yeah,
Huh.
his name's Sean.
I don't
Man, we
that
just
doesn't
way
sound
the
right.
fuck off.
That doesn't sound right. I like
His
Jake
name-
better.
It is Sean.
No,
yeah.
we'll go with Jake.
His name's Jake.
but
Jake
From State Farm.
God
Fucking
damn it.
shit.
We just changed it. We just changed the whole lore. But so I don't know. It's as far as it goes. Like, what do you guys? I guess I'll tap on just this real quick here.
Just real quick.
Just real quick. There's
Gonna turn in about
there's a
30
lot of
minutes.
video game movies that go animated. Like Halo has
Yeah.
an animated movie over there. It has different stories and different types of animation, kind of like Animatrix and stuff like that, kind of a anthology series of little short movies and stuff. And Final Fantasy has 3 or 4
Yep.
movies that are really good movies. And, you know, so have you guys seen any of those or watched any animated video game movies? Ratchet and Clank had a video game movie that was
I
animated.
never watched it. I played a lot of the Ratchet and Clank games.
Mhm.
I think
The movie's really cool.
you know, I actually think that would actually be not Ratchet and Clank, but Jack and Daxter. I think that could be a pretty decent like live action.
They could do an interesting one. I think if they combine number 1 and 2 into a movie and somehow shorten that, because one Jack doesn't talk in number 1, so if they he doesn't have
I was thinking like 2 and 3,
yeah
just because
I just
like
feel like
you're
they would
right.
need to
One,
do
they
a
don't talk.
backstory on it.
Yeah, they would have to like
They can
maybe
do a
like
quick little intro,
flashbacks,
yeah.
kind of shit. But I
'Cause
think
on
2
Jack-
and because honestly, 2 and 3 go together more than 1.
Oh, yeah.
Is kind of like
One is its
almost
own
a
thing.
separate a separate game. But 2 and 3 really go together, and
That's a good example of a game that kind of retcons itself a little bit.
yeah,
They give Jack a voice and everything like that, but because he
which
goes
that
through
was
the,
like
they go
fucking
through the
mind blowing. Whenever
Yeah.
he had you like 1 doesn't talk at all, and then you get in 2 and he's just
Yeah, he
fucking
can
talking, and you're like,
which
what the
part
fuck?
of it is thanks to the Dark Eco experiment or whatever that they do on him. But they could use that. They could start the movie off, Jack 2, where he's getting a Dark Eco experimented on him and stuff, and say that it fucked up his memory. So once in a while he sees a flashback of those things that kind of give you information from the first one. I think they could do that.
who does the CGI movies? You were saying?
Zack Snyder.
I think he'd be good for it.
Yeah, because there would be a
'Cause-
lot of weird stuff like that.
That and
or
like
whoever
the
did-
characters, like I wouldn't make like don't get somebody and make them and put makeup on them to look like it.
Yeah. They could. I mean, they could. I could see a makeup like a Jack in makeup. All they would have
I
to
would
do is.
do.
I would
do
prefer CGI.
Yes, exactly.
I'd prefer CGI, but they could
What-
do live action.
Who does
if
that?
they just don't make the hair too ridiculous.
Yeah.
if they just make it like short, spiky hair and give him the elf ears and stuff like
Well,
that.
he doesn't really have short, spiky hair. Though.
I know it doesn't. But
You'd have to.
well, Jack 2, his hair is a lot longer, anyways.
Yeah, you'd have to do like freaking Dragon Ball Z hair.
Yeah.
I mean that's how his hair is. I mean,
Yeah.
not like fucking Super Saiyan where it's
But
like
that's-
fucking down to his feet.
Yeah.
But I'm saying fucking spiky back, probably
yeah.
like a foot long.
Yeah.
You'd have to. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's
Super
how he is.
Saiyan 3.
Who makes that movie? With that like that rollerblade movie? It's like a rollerblade battle, and it's like the girl's CGI, and she got the really big fucking eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
Alita Battle Angel?
Yes.
I have that. It's not a rollerblade movie. She just
Oh.
happens to do that.
Well, whatever.
I have that movie. God damn it. It's based on
They're
a
playing.
manga.
They're playing fucking girls roller derby, and
God damn it.
but I think whoever made that, I think they
That
could
is
do.
really good CGI, and the city and stuff like that kind of has a similar look to it as
They
Jack.
get that person and do that. Make a fucking. I think they could be fucking good.
Yeah, no, that would. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that'd be really good. Actually,
Yeah, and I think it'd be legit.
yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and kind of get to the point here where we're. If you guys in chat have any suggestions for movies or anything like that you would think would be good video games, if you have any opinions on video games, or maybe there's a video game movie or vice versa that we didn't cover.
Well,
If you guys,
we got to talk about SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Like
Coming out
SpongeBob movies?
Yeah, they're coming out with a new video game.
Oh yeah, they're remaking the old video game.
Somebody said something about it, so I was like, yeah, might as well.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I played Battle for Bikini Bottom back in the day on GameCube.
No, it ain't really based on any kind of movie. It's just kind of its own video game. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
coming
based,
out with a new
it's based on a TV
SpongeBob
show,
game.
so I guess it counts.
That's about it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a good remake and everything like that, and I'm fun. I'm excited for it. I know the game is fun.
Ain't that fun?
I'm a fun dude, man. But, I'm excited for it because the game is fun. The game was fun to me as a kid, and it's platformer and everything. And, it's the basic,
Fun little arcade game.
fun little arcadey casual kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited about that. You guys obviously know my wife's very excited for it because she's been playing the old one. But yeah, I mean that's really all I have going for that one. I'm gonna play it and I might stream it, but
I'd like them to make, obviously, fucking Game of Thrones game.
they are.
They are making one?
No. It's just George R. R. Martin and like Guillermo del Toro making a video game together. It's not. It is fantasy, but it's not Game of Thrones.
Oh, fucking The Witcher.
Oh yeah, The Witcher.
I didn't even think about The Witcher.
Yeah,
Fucking-
because
It's
it
not a
recently
movie,
got a
though, right?
series. Yeah,
Witcher TV series?
yeah.
Fucking bomb.
Fantastic. TV
Awesome.
series was the best way to do that because the games are so long. There's so
Yeah.
much information.
Just like we were, just like fucking Agent. or Hitman.
Hitman would be, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Also, that makes me think of another one. Not Game of Thrones. Before that, I was thinking of one that is a video game and a movie. Star Wars. Star Wars has a lot of video games.
Oh, fucking shit. I
how
don't
do
even
we
Star Wars.
fucking...
Which also, I don't
Wait.
think any of the Star Wars are really based. Are they really much
yeah.
based around them?
Yeah. Yeah, there's Star Wars. There's specifically Star Wars games that come direct, like that are just a movie video games from back in early 2000s.
Oh, I haven't
but
played any of them. I don't
yeah.
guess.
Then there's Lego ones that are based around the movies.
Oh,
as
those
well.
are exactly the fucking
But
movies.
I
But
think
those
they-
are
I
just
think
goofy
they-
arcade, which those are fucking
Yeah.
fun, a blast
Oh, yeah.
to play, just because they're goofy.
Yeah.
Like they're literally like one of the fucking droids' heads would fall off in the Lego, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Which they do that in a fucking movie too.
I think it's very interesting the way Star Wars does it, though. Because Star Wars has created, it's a franchise now where it's not just a movie, there's books on it and stuff like that.
Everything,
There's
man.
other little TV shows. But I think the way they do video games is interesting because video games are canon in their story past a certain point. Now that you have the stuff that isn't canon anymore because Disney bought it. So, like, anything past this point isn't canon. That isn't one of the movies. So there's a lot of video games that people want to be canon. In the recent movie, which I loved, we just lost some fans, but I loved it. But it did canonize a lot of stuff that came from one of the best Star Wars video games of all time, Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
That people, like, that's a lot of people's favorite Star Wars game, and they want more of that. It canonized a lot of stuff that happens in there. And it also means that the main character from the first one probably exists again and is canon again in the Star Wars universe. But I just like how they do that. Like Jedi Fallen Order, the new Star Wars game, that's in the story now. That's something that has happened in the background in the story now. And I like that. I like that they do that. Because Star Wars is perfect for that. It's such a big universe.
Like, you don't know what's happening somewhere else.
Yeah, you could literally do something all the way across the galaxy that maybe has no impact on anything, but it's still set in Star Wars, and still has maybe a lightsaber or just a blasters and stuff like that. And, like, before Fallen Order came out, one of the big hyped up Star Wars games was Star Wars 1330 or 1333 or something. It was just some numbers, but it was Bounty Hunter. You were just going to play as a bounty hunter. And
that'd be fun.
It was going to be in the same vein as kind of Uncharted.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, very action-y and stuff, and has action sequences and stuff, and climbing
that'd
up
be
shit.
legit.
It would have been fucking amazing. And it looked really good so far from what they had. There's footage you can see, but it got canceled. But that's because Disney bought it out, and they were like, scrap that one.
Fuck you, Disney.
Give it to EA, which was their worst fucking idea. But now Disney has this thing where they're like, wait, any of you can use any developers can use our characters now, because
maybe they come back out with it.
Yeah, because
that'd be awesome.
They finally realized, oh wait, we are really bad at directing like these game studios to a video game because they want to do their own thing and we're telling them what to do and we fucking suck. But at making video games at least. So I'm excited about that because that might give us Knights of the Old Republic, like another Knights of the Old Republic remake or something. EA doesn't have to do it, even though BioWare is still owned by EA, so they would be the ones to do it probably because they're the ones that did the original. But so we might see a lot more Disney video games.
I'd be down.
Coming soon, which I'm into because Mickey would be perfect for like a good old platforming, like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, platforming game, 3D platformer. I'd also
I'd
like
make
to
it
see,
like a. Yeah, but I'd make it like an indie game or something.
Yeah, I can see them doing like a
just
retro
like a small,
kind of,
small little indie game. Take you a couple hours to beat.
Kingdom Hearts takes a bunch of the Disney stuff like that,
yeah.
and that's the only game that I know of off the top of my head that does Disney games really well. That's not because it's a Disney game, it just has Disney characters.
Yeah.
But which that's fantastic. That's a fantastic series. But
We'll say they got the original Star Wars Battlefront on Xbox Game Pass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
I
I have
it.
Game Pass on my PC.
Yeah.
So. Also, I'll hit on real quick. There's a lot of video games based on movies that suck. There's a lot of them. Cat in the Hat, the old Cat in the Hat video game. I don't know if you guys played that. My wife loves it because it's super casual and arcadey, but yeah, let me tell you, from a gamer standpoint, it's not a good game.
Let me tell you.
There's some. I know the Riddick video games because they're video games based on Riddick. I hear they're not great. I haven't played them myself, but I've heard that they're not great.
But the movies are Riddick.
Oh yeah, I love the movies. Don't get me wrong, I love the movies. I'm not saying these movies are bad, just the video game version of them isn't always great. SpongeBob movie video game wasn't fantastic. I think it was better than some SpongeBob video games, but the one specifically based on the movie still wasn't very good. I'm not going to go through the whole list because obviously there's a whole lot, but there's a lot of movie video games that aren't great.
Pokemon games.
And hopefully that changes because I know the reason. We for sure know the reason why they suck so much. Did you say Pokemon games?
Yeah. Not that they suck.
Oh,
but they're
okay.
fun.
Oh yeah, I did.
I was just putting it out there. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah, because Detective Pikachu came out, so it got a live action movie, and then on top of that, they've always had their
Pikachu
anime.
was a good movie.
Oh, it was fantastic. I loved it. I hope they make a sequel.
Ryan Reynolds, perfect person to fucking play Pikachu.
I really wanted Danny DeVito though, just because it was gonna sound funny. But
that'd have been stupid. That'd have just been stupid.
It would have been for the memes. I don't think it would have done bad.
Nah.
I think it would have sold really well, and I think the story it wouldn't impede on the story.
Yeah, but just think of fucking Danny DeVito's voice on fucking Pikachu.
It's hilarious.
It's stupid.
I don't think it would have fucked with it anymore.
No, it's
Pikachu.
That's it. Hashtag release the DeVito
Magnum dog. So there I was, and I just started blasting.
God damn it, it's so good though. Imagine fucking Pikachu running around with that voice. God, whatever. But anyways,
oh man, the fucking suicide is badass. You remember?
Yeah.
He was sitting on top of a bridge.
But
Don't kill yourself. Suicide's not badass. We are not
that's not
condoning suicide.
Yeah.
Please call my number if you decide to kill yourself. I will duck you out of it.
We what was that? What was I talking about before the Pikachu thing?
Fuck, I don't remember.
I don't either.
know.
Bad video games.
Yeah. Either way, there's a bunch of Riddick. Riddick had some bad video games. Apparently, I didn't play them. But so there's bad ones, and there's good ones. It seems like there's, to me at least, and from my standpoint, there are more bad video game movie video games than there are video game movies.
Yes.
I like a lot of video game movies. I don't like a lot of the movie video games.
Yes.
That might be because I'm a gamer, so I'm used. That might be the disconnect. I didn't think about that. Maybe because I'm a gamer, that's why I don't like the video games that are based on movies. But I do like the movies, and maybe the film critics. That's why they're not used to video games, so they don't like the movies. Maybe that's a disconnect. We figured it out.
Yep.
Just get you a critic who plays video games.
There you go.
I'll watch movies and get paid.
There you go. I'll do it. I don't know. I can't look back in the chat, so I don't know if there were any other.
No, SpongeBob, I think, was 007.
007
was one.
Yeah, 007 game. Well, the one game
Quantum
was
of
really
Silence.
good. I haven't played the other games.
Great. Was a great game. I played
really?
it. It was fun. I liked it. It wasn't bad. There was actually a multiplayer to it that was decent. It was back when multiplayer wasn't really a huge thing for consoles and shit. It was like way back when. I'd say it was like when Wi-Fi really became a big thing.
PS3, Xbox 360.
Yeah, it was PS3 days, and that's what I played it on. And but it was not too bad. It was actually pretty decent.
I didn't even know they still made James Bond video games. That's pretty crazy. GoldenEye. That's the only one I know, and that's the only one I care about.
Fucking great. But I'd play Quantum of Silence. It was back when what's his face? I don't remember who plays him in the movie.
Daniel Craig.
Is that him?
He's still the one. This is gonna be his last James Bond movie.
I love him as James Bond, dude.
I haven't watched the movies.
You haven't watched any of them?
I haven't watched a single fucking James Bond movie with Daniel Craig.
He's good. He's
I've
good,
only
bro.
watched one.
I'm not a big James Bond guy in general. I don't have a problem with it. I just never got into it as a
Oh, you don't have to, but you need to watch the movies. They're good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try them out eventually.
He gets like, he's playing a poker game and he gets poisoned and has to he has like a self-defibrillator in his car that he hooks up to himself, and then he's like passing out
cranked.
before he can get it, and then a girl shows up and hooks it all up and fucking brings him back to life.
Jesus.
But they're good. They're real good, and the game was pretty decent.
It's not okay. There you go.
And it actually like stuck with the movie.
Huh? Was there any more?
No, that was it. I think it was just.
I mean, I would give more of an opinion.
Someone said auto chess, but I don't know why the fuck they said auto chess.
Auto chess. How about that?
Yeah, there's just 007. I know he's talking about that. And Sonic. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, Silent Hill. Silent Hill had a good movie. The first movie. I liked the first movie, and I liked Silent Hill video games. The second movie was a little over the top, a little ridiculous. But to be fair, I think it's more based on the second or third video game, if I remember right. And that one was a little weird.
Yeah.
So, but I did like Silent Hill. Have you guys seen the Silent Hill movie?
I want to say I have, but I'm not for sure.
Scary movie. Horror movie, obviously.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Maybe.
Man, well, now we're gonna have to sit down and watch that at some point. But Transformer video games.
I played a few of them. I did not play a lot though.
Transformer video games are
Dragon Ball Z video games.
They're okay. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z. I like the fighting video games.
Yeah.
That new one I hear is pretty good, just really repetitive, but boo-hoo.
Yeah. There's a lot of video games that are
I
really
hate it when
repetitive.
people say something's repetitive because I'm sitting there like, it's a video game. After you change up the mission 3 or 4 times, eventually it's gonna roll back around. Eventually it's gonna get repetitive. Get over it.
I mean, especially a fighting game. It's like, oh, here's a guy you have to fight, defeat him.
Well, the thing that's repetitive to them is there's quests in this one, and there's a lot of fetch quests in it where you go here, get this item or whatever, and you might fight someone there or something. But oh well, it's a fucking video game, dude. That's half of fucking most RPGs is fetch quests.
Yeah.
Witcher has fetch quests where you just literally go over here, talk to this person, get this item, you're good. And it's 200 hours of gameplay. I'd say 10 hours of it.
Nobody talks shit about that.
Exactly. It's because they're mixed in so well or whatever.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot or whatever isn't.
What games would you like to see be made into movies?
Ooh, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that.
Kingdom Hearts, if they kept animated fully.
Yeah,
animated.
it'd have to be. It'd have to be.
Yeah. I know those motherfuckers would try to do live action mixed with CGI with the Disney characters CGI, but the humans don't do that shit. CGI
I would like to
all the way.
see just random fucking Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead would be a good one.
Because I love.
That's another one that they could just put it in the universe, call it Red Dead, and call it a day, make it Western.
You could literally make a movie out of, like, take Red Dead 2 storyline and everything, put it in a fucking movie.
Yeah, or put it in a movie series.
And it'd be
if it's
fucking
too long
great. Well, see, the thing is there's a lot of side quests to that.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I think easily you could make the story into a movie.
Yeah, I think you could.
Easy.
Yeah.
Without having to
I've
make
seen westerns with a more
movies.
convoluted
Exactly.
story. So,
I love western movies, man. Like any western games, western movies.
I mean, every time they've come out with a western recently, it did pretty decent.
And you could make it
because they're not super common anymore.
Easily, you can make it into 2 different movies.
Oh yeah, you could.
Just make fucking.
Like I said, you could make a whole series out of it.
You know, there's Red Dead Revolver, and then there's Red Dead Redemption, and then there's fucking
all they have
Red
to
Dead
do
Redemption
is
2.
like at least have the characters from the game, or focus on one of the characters from the game, and
I would make
slap
it
the name on it and make a western.
I'd make it exactly how it fucking is.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Young Guns into video games.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch
the movie?
Yeah,
I love Young Guns.
Yeah.
Gotta go the opposite way. It wouldn't be too bad. Like I said, I love western games.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah, I think there's a niche out there for western video games that Red Dead hits, but no one else is trying to hit anymore. For a while there, for early 2000s, there were a few. There was Gun and stuff like that.
Which I love Gun.
I know a lot of people were into Gun.
Fun.
Let's see. I think they could do a Mario movie now. If they would, like, if they did it CGI. Don't make it live action. Just make it CGI.
Which one?
Mario. They just made a CGI little cartoon Mario movie. It'd be fine. Like, I don't see what the problem is. What the problem with the old one was they went live action. Don't go live action. do not do that. It's a video game at the end of the day anyway.
Like, the
fans aren't going to care if it's CGI.
There's certain ones that you just can't fucking do.
Ratchet and Clank was completely in the game engine.
Yeah.
They just made a movie.
I think that one. I think you could do like a kind of live action CGI mix, kind of like you would with Jack and Daxter.
Yeah,
I think you could do it.
You could do it. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah,
like I just wish they would stop testing it. Like, get one idea, don't second guess it, and just go for that idea 100%, whether it's CGI, whether it's live action, and just try to appeal to the game fans and stuff like that. And I think it would be fine. Another one I would want to see is, and this is a theory going around, I don't think it's going to happen, is, how they have the Avengers universe where they have, like, they have Iron Man and Captain America and stuff like that, and then they have the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
A Super Smash Bros. Movie, where it's, like, an all-out, but, like, because the story on some of the Smash Bros. Games is they're not fighting each other, they're, like, fighting clones of each other, but they're actually working together. So they could do that, and they already have Sonic out, they already have Detective Pikachu. Pikachu's one of the Pokemon that fight specifically on Super Smash Bros. And so just fucking, get your 3 or so movies that you need in Mario. Obviously they need Mario in there too. So throw Mario, Sonic, and Pikachu out there, and then throw out the first Smash Bros. Movie. They could do it 100%. Like, they could start the Smash Bros. Extended universe like they do Marvel. But
I think that would be pushing it.
It would be pushing it. It's a wish. It's a wish.
That'd be pushing
but
it.
it's a very wide wish on the internet right now for some reason.
What does that say?
I'm sorry, I had to do a test in my class from King Jamari.
Oh. He always comes at the very end of the fucking stream.
I'm sorry,
man.
King Jamari. You get me right here at the end, brother.
I still think Jack and Daxter, man. I would be.
I just like Jack and Daxter.
I'd be 100%
I like the world
down.
so much down.
Yes, and the story of it is it's so good. Because that one, it's not there ain't a bunch of random missions to do though The Witcher is complete opposite of fucking Jack and Daxter.
It's all fucking.
But it's still like it keeps you fucking interested the whole time. There's still shit to do. Like it's still open world.
Yeah. What do you got?
You have anything?
He's like, oh, no.
EFT.
EFT. That they
Which they are. They've got a little YouTube series. If you haven't watched it, it's pretty decent.
It's not bad.
And they're not long. They're like 20 minutes long.
They could do an escape.
And it's not like it ain't like a story behind it. Not story mode. There ain't
all you have to do is wake up in the middle of an area and try to get out of Tarkov.
Yeah, but this is like
mod the guns.
Like the series that they have. They've only got 2 episodes out right now, and they're making more. But it's just like it just shows like there's bears, which are like the Russian special forces kind of thing, and then there's USEC, which is United States Special Forces kind of thing, and it's just like the bears are here, and then there's USEC people coming, and they just kind of fight. It's not really a story or anything. It's just badass.
I think for a movie they would definitely need to stick to the Escape from Tarkov name, and they could have it like that. Where there was a war or something like that, and
like
say like the U.S. infiltrated or whatever, but lost.
I think it'd be cool. Like somebody wakes up. And he's like, how the fuck did I get here kind of shit. Like, I got to get out of here. And then goes through and just kind of has flashbacks of, like, what happened to his point of fucking being there. Yeah. And I think that'd be pretty decent.
They could easily do one of those kinds of things where he's like, he's already good with the guns because he's already a soldier, but he doesn't really know.
He just kind of finds out. Yeah, and there's movies out there like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Where it's like they, like, get put in a situation where, like, as soon as someone comes up, it's just muscle memory to, like, be able to fight them, and then he's like, what the fuck, why am I that good? And he picks up a gun, muscle memory to, like, check it real quick and everything, and he's like, hold on, like, and he starts figuring stuff out, flashbacks and stuff like that. They easily do Escape from Tarkov as a movie. I'd watch it. And I'm not even super into Escape from Tarkov, but I'd watch it. Like, 100%, that's a good movie.
Always gotta get Escape from Tarkov in every
and then,
every episode.
Real quick, I gotta touch on the fact that, Battle Royale games came from a movie in Japan originally, before any of the Battle Royale genre stuff was out there or big or anything. There's a movie called Battle Royale. I think it's just called Battle Royale, where it's a bunch of Japanese students wake up on an island and they gotta kill each other.
Huh. And there's a lot of shit out there like that. And I also I meant to point this out yesterday. They are coming out with a Predator game.
They've already had a few of those.
Well, they're
Alien
coming out.
Predator games.
They're coming out with like.
Yeah, I saw
a 4-man ground. Yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah,
I'd be down to play that.
I'm really into it. It's kind of like it reminds me of Dead by Daylight or something like that.
Or Evolve.
Yeah, or Evolve.
It's exactly Evolve, just with fucking Predator
specifically.
I think that's gonna be a blast to play.
I still wish Evolve would have done a little better. But
I do too. Evolve was fun, man.
All right. Okay.
It's kind of whatever.
I liked it.
The only reason I didn't buy it because I knew I was like, I'm only gonna play this a few times.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true.
Well, they updated it with more creatures and stuff. Me and my friends, we played it before it died out. When it was like released for when they went free to play, try to save it.
Yeah, the problem is you gotta, if you don't have a group of people to play it.
That's 100% it. They were relying on people having specific.
It is not a game to just jump into and play with randoms. Like you gotta have 5 people.
You could probably do it now because people are more used to that. Now that Fortnite and stuff exists where they fill with randoms and stuff all the time, and it's popular to play with randoms.
Yeah, but in a Battle Royale scenario you could, but I still don't think you could do it in that, personally.
Yeah. I think you could do it if there's just
and I think and though I'm ready for Predator Hunting Grounds to come out, I think it's going to tank just like Evolve did.
That's another thing, since Dead by Daylight exists now, and it didn't exist when Evolve was out.
That's true.
Or when Evolve first came out, at
Which
least.
Dead by Daylight? I still, personally...
Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th and stuff, they do really
Dead
good.
by Daylight's way better.
Oh, I prefer Dead by Daylight.
100%.
I haven't played the games.
I played Friday the 13th, but Dead by Daylight, I've got both. Or, I don't know if I got them, but I've played both.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
it was pretty fun.
My old roommate back in
but like I said,
Dead by Daylight right now.
I still think you need. Personally, I still think you need a group of people. It'd be a lot more fun with a group of people. 100%.
Yeah.
Actually, that's on Game Pass too. Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. There's a lot of video games I think would be fantastic as a movie.
Because it'd just be like you're in a fucking Xbox party chat, any kind of group chat.
Yeah.
And then these people are trying to fix these generators, and you're like,
I'm gonna fucking whisper something like, "Buddy." I'm just gonna fucking come with a chainsaw.
Like you'll be sitting there like, man, where's he at? And all you hear is, giggity giggity, coming for that booty. And then, you're like, fuck! You just trying to run away, and that's why you're like,
it looks fun. But like we would need like 5 people.
You'd have
I think.
like-
'Cause there's
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but I'm saying like
no. It'd just be better if we had like 4. Or 5
personally,
people.
I don't like playing those kind of games. Just I don't like playing them by myself.
Yeah.
Not because
Well, what I'm saying is you wouldn't have to. You still need a group of people to make it real fun, but you wouldn't need a full group. You could still do
Yeah.
a couple randoms in there.
Oh yeah.
Especially if one of the randoms is the bad guy, because then it makes it scarier because you and your friends are working against that guy specifically, and you're like, oh man, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I think you'd have to have at least 3 people.
Yeah, at least 3 though for sure.
to
Two
do
people,
it.
2 people is just you and a friend hanging out in a video game, like playing a video game. But 3
Yeah,
people,
it's like-
3 people
yeah.
is where you get into that teamwork and like mindset. Where you're like, oh damn, we gotta get out of here, like kind of thing. And like, there's more than one opinion coming at you. But that's why we have 3 here. But
The trio.
you know, Taylor's a little quiet, but anyways, though, there's a lot of video games that would be really good as movies. But I guess to go ahead and wrap it up, we could probably keep talking about video games that'd be great
Forever,
as movies.
yeah.
There's endless list of video games that would be great as movies. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. No more people in the chat like hitting us with any suggestions or anything. So I'm Zenith Darksky. You can catch me on YouTube and all my social medias at some form of Zenith Darksky. Just
Look
caps,
it up,
no
you'll
caps.
find it.
Yeah, if you type it in regular, one word, you're gonna find it on any of those platforms for sure. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook even. I'm on there. And I'm on there heavy right now since I've recently went full-time streaming and stuff like that. I was thinking about it anyways, and I was going to make the announcement way later after we saved up money and all kinds of stuff, but I kind of got forced into the situation. So now I'm here. But, so if you guys want to come out and see me in the chat or on my YouTube videos or anything, and that's fantastic. And that's also where you're going to catch this content if you want to watch us live on Twitch. Right now it's on mine, which now that I have time to manage social media for other stuff, I might go ahead and make social media for the podcast and everything. But I haven't yet. So for right now, Zenith Darksky
I have to make a name.
on just Darksky Gaming Podcast.
Yeah, you don't want to change it.
Just
'cause
call
he's
it.
a bitch.
But yeah, so right now you catch us on Twitch live, on Zenith Darksky, YouTube, the re-upload goes there. And we're officially on Stitcher now. Or no, not Stitcher. Yeah, we're on Stitcher too, but
There's
only a
one-
couple episodes because you have to pay for multiple. So it's like our newest episodes go on there for a short term.
There's one that you...
Blueberry.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Blueberry, and you spell that BLUBRRY, all lowercase. And I know some people out there use that, and it's actually a pretty decent, like, sized one and everything. So I was like, I'll put us on there too. So you can catch us on Podbean. There's one I'm waiting for approval on. I forget what it is. So TuneIn. TuneIn is another really big one that
Yeah,
I'm waiting
I know
for
that
approval
one.
on. I think I actually got approved. I just haven't moved past that stage yet. But so Blueberry, Stitcher, soon TuneIn, Podbean, Google Play, Apple Music. I mean, pretty much if you can listen to us, like if you can listen to podcasts on it, we're almost on all of those things now, which is fantastic. YouTube, obviously, we get the re-uploads on Zenith Darksky. But if you want to find us on any of those things, Darksky Gaming Podcast, if you're not already listening to us on one of those things, since for some reason, Darksky Gaming Podcast, that's all you have to type in. It will go on there, have a list of our episodes, all pretty, all neat. I make sure of it. Then we got Simphus over here, who's been streaming a lot.
I've been
More
streaming a
recently.
lot lately.
And he's actually doing really good. His chat's getting really busy and everything like that. So, you guys need to check him out. Get over there. If you got any questions or topic suggestions or anything like that, you can also hit us on those. If we're streaming or something, even if it's not relevant to the stream, fucking come in and be like, hey, I like your podcast, or I didn't like your podcast for this reason. And if, one of us doesn't know how to answer your question or whatever, then we'll talk to the other ones and, get back to you somehow.
Usually
message
one
you.
of us is playing with the other person.
Yeah,
usually all the time.
It's rare that one of us is just playing by ourselves, unless I'm streaming a single player game or something. But even then, Simphus is often in my chat. He's a mod in my chat, so. But yeah, so you can catch me on those places. You can catch Simphus on twitch.tv/Simphus, CENFUSS. on his YouTube as well. He's been posting some content on there here and there.
Yeah, I got some more stuff I'm about to post up.
Hell yeah. CENFUSS on there as well. Bearded Moors is going to start streaming soon. It was going to start streaming really soon.
Next week.
Yeah, but
his shit happened at work.
Yeah.
And I'm still working lots of hours.
Yeah, so
hopefully in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but
we'll see.
You'll be able to catch him at twitch.tv/beardedmoors. And that's bearded MORS. If that takes off for him, I'm sure eventually he'll have a YouTube or something. He'll make himself a YouTube.
Yeah.
But right now he's focusing on stream, and he's trying to really up his quality from where he used to be, which he was already pretty decent quality anyways. But he's trying to up it even more for you guys, make it look fancier, make it sound better, everything like that. So
I will be coming back as a whole new Bearded Morse.
That's right.
A whole new me.
So if you guys want to check him out there, then that would be fantastic. Also, darkskyGameNews@gmail.com is where you can hit us with topic suggestions, feedback. I don't care if your feedback is coming in and being like, I don't like your podcast, doesn't interest me at all. That's still feedback.
Feedback's feedback. Yeah. Helpful feedback, anything.
For some reason, we're doing something wrong at that point, So hit us with anything. and that email on any of our socials. Bearded Moors has a Twitter for Bearded Moors.
When it picks back up.
Yeah. And Simphus, you would have to hit him in the comments on one of his videos or in his Twitch chat, but he's open. We're all open to it. I have a Discord as well. Again, you can go to my chat, type !Discord. It'll pop up a link, even if I'm offline, and it'll show you. You click that link, you click join on the Discord, and you can go right there in the general chat and fucking yell at me right there if you want to. But any of those places, topics, suggestions, remember to rate us. I didn't think about this in any of the previous episodes, but it's very important that you follow and sub to us on wherever you listen to podcasts. Very important. And to rate us as well. If there is a rating, a way you can rate on those services. I know Apple Music, Google Play has it. I don't know if Spotify has a rating system. I know Podbean. Does it have a rating system? I want to say it does. Either way, if you can rate and follow and stuff on there, please do that, because that helps us as well. We always talk about the word of mouth thing, because that's that is the best way to spread podcasts. For sure, it's proven. But also rate the podcast and stuff as well, and follow us and sub and do whatever you have to get those notifications when a new episode goes live. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Whoop whoop. Peace.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not as far apart.
Where's my mouse?
Peace.
After a second time, I can just edit that one. I can take all that whole emptiness out. Thank you guys on Twitch for turning out and watching us, turning out just like a hooker.
That's pretty steady, like 6 viewers. What bad? Better than what we normally do, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's better than what we've done the past few times. For the first few episodes, we were doing like 7 or 8 viewers.
Yeah.
Which
that's what I mean.
Normally I'm watching everything, but I'm not even watching.
Yeah, you're not even watching.
True. So, thank you guys for watching on the Twitch chat. We'll have another episode next weekend. It'll be Friday or Saturday. Do you have any idea so far as to what
Probably
day?
Saturday.
Probably Saturday.
We'll find out. I don't know until.
Yeah, we won't know.
It's either Friday or Saturday, so just be prepared. It all depends on my work schedule.
Just keep an eye on the weekends on those notifications.
About 9 o'clock is usually when we'll go live.
This episode, if you missed it or if you tuned in late like you did King Jamari,
time,
then be sure to go to one of those things I just shouted out, one of our Google Play or anything like that. If you can listen to a podcast there, search us, we'll be there. And
while we're here also, since we're done with the actual podcast part, Sly Cooper is a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Since he put on there what we like about it. I love the stealth. Anything stealthy like that, stealing shit, pickpocketing. I fucking love anything like that.
Yeah. And I'd be okay with Sly Cooper as a movie. An animated movie. You could do that.
Yeah.
It'd probably be another one you need to market more toward kids, but
yeah, for sure.
It'd be fantastic.
Well, he's a fucking thief.
Oh, I know what that other fucking movie video game is. God damn it. It's already done shooting. They got the posters out and everything. Fuck! Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter
Really?
is Mia Jovovich from the Resident Evil movies.
Oh.
She's the main character. She's in poster. She's got one of the big ass fucking swords that you have on Monster Hunter, and
Dude,
the other
that's-
side of the poster is a dude with like a big ass like bone.
That's gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, bone bow that he made from a fucking monster. Obviously, he's an Asian dude too, because a lot of people were like, that game got big in Japan and stuff first, and it's technically like set in like a weird fantasy China, Japan. So
Yeah.
people were like, they need to have Chinese people in there, or Asian people, or Japanese, or some, whatever. And they do. So it's not
I'm
whitewashed
actually excited for
completely.
that. That'd be pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I mean, Mia Jovovich was good in Resident Evil. I liked her in Resident Evil, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah. She's hot too.
Especially since she's like almost 50 now, if not 50. She's old, bro. She got kids and everything now. But
I hope so. Bet you're pretty old.
Wow.
some people don't do kids, man.
Jennifer Aniston.
I hope
Oh,
not.
yeah.
She don't have kids.
God damn, I didn't think about that.
She's hot as fuck.
Somebody go nut her real quick. God damn, he's on his way. His
Don't
wife's
gotta tell-
in the other room.
You don't
He's
gotta
on
tell
his-
me twice. Like, sorry, babe, I'm gonna go bang Jennifer Aniston.
Jesus Christ.
She'd be like, I understand.
Sorry, boys, y'all taking? I'm single. I'll take one for the team.
He'll take one for the
Fuck
team.
you.
Whatever. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure our wives would cheat on us with Jennifer Aniston. I think anyone would cheat on anyone with
I'd break up my relationship with Taylor for Jennifer Aniston.
Jesus. You see his eyes like, what the fuck?
I don't believe you.
But
You
anyways,
sounded pretty serious.
Fucking bet, dude.
Thank
If
you
she
guys for
came up to
watching.
me like, you can fuck me, but you gotta quit talking to Taylor, I'm like, sorry, bud.
God damn it. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit the follow button. If you got those Twitch Prime subs, I appreciate the subs. You don't have to do it though. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next weekend. Or I'll see you guys tomorrow for Saturday Night Fright. But yeah, we'll
Peace.
see you guys next weekend.